Welcome to the IESF DOTA 2 America's qualifiers for the World Esports Championships 2024. It's day 2 of this American extravaganza, and it's my pleasure to be here alongside Black, bringing you what is about to be 3 amazing best-of-3 matches. Black, welcome to the stream. How are you feeling today, my friend?
Well, obviously, it's a little late, Well, what time is it right now? Yeah, almost close to 2 a.m. But of course, we're used to it. We're gamers, gamer hours, gamer birds, night owls, whatever you want to call us. So yeah, I woke up 2 a.m. Let me do some math. Of course, it's very late. Didn't sleep so much, so the brain doesn't work as well. Roughly 5 hours. Yeah, roughly 5 hours, and then I couldn't sleep anymore. Construction all around. It was great. I had a great, well, not morning, but evening. Put it that way.
What are they building around you? What are they constructing?
Like literally 200 meters or so, they're building like an entire new block of housing.
Oh my goodness.
So literally and I'm like, okay, I get it. I'm not supposed to sleep. I'll wake up. No problem.
Kind of tragic story indeed, but are you excited for some Dota today? Of course, it's the day 2 of the qualifiers.
It is going to be very exciting, especially this first match. If Argentina wins, that might make day 3 not as exciting, though.
Yeah, of course. Just reminding everybody at home, this is the Americas regions that has allocated 3 slots for the World Esports Championships.
That's right.
They're separated in 2 pools. This is the pool with Argentina, Brazil, and Chile with a single slot available. And then later on today, we will be heading towards the second position. So as Black already mentioned, in just a few moments we will get the schedule for today. But in this pool B, essentially if you win 2 matches out of the, well, if you win both matches that you play, you are guaranteed qualification, which Argentina started off their campaign very hot yesterday with a victory versus Brazil. And now Chile, first time on stream, will be a very, very interesting one for them, as we can take a quick look at the schedule. That is going to be the game that we will be covering here to kick off the stream, followed by Ecuador versus Colombia from Pool A, and finding the day with Guatemala versus Venezuela. Elsewhere, off stream, you can find Brazil versus Uruguay, which sounds like an absolute titanic matchup in football, I would argue. And then Costa Rica, Panama, USA, and Mexico. Very, very cool matches, Black. But what is the series, looking at the 6 games today, that you think will be the most competitive one?
The most competitive one? Well, I don't know how good Chile is, of course. So it could be this one. I think the second one should be pretty one-sided. Ecuador is just really damn good. And then the third one... how good is Venezuela? It's also a big question mark to me, at least. So 1 and 3.
As far as I'm aware, and you might find this interesting, Venezuela defeated Mexico yesterday, if I'm not wrong.
Oh wow! Okay, that means they're really quite competitive then.
Yeah.
So potentially, game 1 might be, well, it's one of the most important ones today, and it might also be the closest one. Because as we said, if Argentina wins, they're through. And the other 2 teams still play for, well, bragging rights to be second in the region, I guess. But if Chile wins, of course, there's a huge opportunity for like a massive tiebreaker.
Absolutely. I mean, obviously, that would be first tomorrow. Brazil would need to win their game for themselves as well. But I am very excited, as these are going to be the games that we have on stream today. And it's going to be quite interesting because, of course, Argentina and Chile, like you mentioned, Black, if Argentina wins this, they're already going to be guaranteed making it in November in Riyadh. So, a lot at stakes here for them. We don't know exactly what their comp is, if Mariano is going to be playing today, hopefully yes, or if they're going to be fielding the same roster as in day number 1.
Looks like they're going to be fielding the same one, because I cannot see him in the lobby. But then again, why change something that already worked? We'll see though how they adjust to Chile's hopefully done research, because if Argentina gets the same heroes they did yesterday, like 3 games in a row, they're gonna feel very comfortable, probably gonna take this home pretty easily. But again, Chile had a lot of time to research. I don't think they're gonna get their liking this time around.
I would hope not. We've seen so much like it yesterday. One of my friends was following the stream, and he asked me, "I don't understand why they weren't banning it," and I told him, "Neither did we." It was a big question mark for us why the teams tried to keep on fighting and trying to defeat the Lycan when they were so impeccable with the heroes. So I would say that up next, of course, in this series, it's going to be an affair without a Lycan, but as we all know, there has been a patch that came through last night in the middle of our series. So let's see how the things will be shaping up to. Some of the win rates that I've seen today have been Ember Spirit, which was also a highly contested hero. Previous patch has win rate has skyrocketed for now. It was up somewhere in the 59-60%, which is quite curious. I believe it's because a lot of the items that do counter the Ember Spirit have been nerfed. Ember wants to do a lot of splash damage, and the Pipe Crimson Guardian Greaves have been nerfed, so I think the hero hasn't been changed as much, so he just goes in and annihilates people with Sleight of Fist. I think this might be one of the reasons for that. But yeah, Black, have you had a chance to play any Dota, or you've been too tired with sleeping since yesterday?
No, I played a couple of games, and at least in High Immortal, of course, as you said, a couple of picks change, but the way the game is being played, the way the map is being played, it's pretty much still the same. Similar. So I'm not expecting too many changes. But as you said, it's like some heroes, like Ember Spirit, already before he got buffed, arguably, he was already really strong, and they made him even stronger now. Like, you have to be so careful. Every spirit, literally all 4 of them, anytime you buff them a little bit and nerf other heroes that could compete with him or against him, they will dominate the meta. They'll dominate the game super easily. Because all the heroes, as you said, or not all the heroes, but some heroes that countered him, that were in the meta, got nerfed, he got buffed. Now suddenly this pendulum is completely swinging in his favor.
Yeah, and right now we have seen Rubik and Jakiro maintaining their win rate. Of course, Tiny, the biggest loser of the patch, I would argue, with about 7-8 nerfs, has lost a lot in the favor of other heroes. But Sven, surprising to me, Black, I'll be honest with you, his win rate has continued to accelerate despite the hero being nerfed. And I think the change here might just be based on base damage changes, because Sven previously, if he was played as a core, he would go for the base damage reduction facet. And now that everybody else's base damage has been tweaked at various points, he doesn't really care anymore because he will scale with the facet. So I think that's one of the reasons that despite the Warcry being nerfed, you're just not playing Sven support anymore, and that's why the hero's still doing very, very well.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. I would still say, though, even though the Warcry did get nerfed a bit, previously it was mega OP.
Broken. It was broken. It was...
Yeah, like way too broken. Now, I would argue it's still way too strong, but it's not broken anymore. It's just like not S plus tier, but now like A plus tier. That spell is still insane.
Viable.
Yeah, but it's still so insane, the entire team just gets so much armor for so long. Like, I don't know if people realize, let's say there's like a PA and you Warcry, she can't kill the supports anymore.
Yeah.
Literally, they are suddenly absolutely unkillable for a PA who has 4 or 5 slots. And she's like, well, what the hell am I supposed to do? They're just immune to damage for 15 seconds. I'm like,
you're supposed to cry. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, stop picking PA, bro. Pick some other hero.
What are your thoughts on the current Medusa? Because I think the hero is in a very fun spot, and I think it actually could turn into one of these, not meta heroes per se, but one of the niche meta heroes to surprise your opponents every now and then.
I don't want to brag, but I was an insane Forsaken Archer in Heroes of New Earth when I played the game competitively. It's another MOBA, in case people don't know. And that hero is so similar to Forsaken Archer now. So, of course, for people that don't know, she has a new ability, shoot arrows up. People that get caught in it can't turn, can't move, are rooted. You combine that with Mystic Snake plus Stone Gaze. I actually think the hero now has a lot of potential to be a great mid hero.
Mid? Oh, that's going to be very interesting to see. Also, it's quite tragic for some of these teams that I assume have probably practiced a little bit for this tournament, and right now they find themselves, completely the new patch, and they are, I assume, not going to be ready for a lot of these meta heroes. But I think the key to success here is ban the highest win rate heroes and try to play what was previously in the meta and didn't get nerfed to the ground. I think that's the best way the teams can deliver here today.
I agree. Especially these teams that Well, these regional teams, let's call it that, you really want to make sure that they don't play the heroes and the strategies they're most comfortable with, because all of them, I mean, even the S tier teams obviously have strategies they're really comfortable with, but even if you ban it out, they're not lost, you know. But for a lot of these regional teams, if you ban their best stuff, they'll be like, all right, I can play this, I guess, but let's say in the case of Lycan, best hero, S. Rank for them, right? Then you ban Lycan and they're like, okay, I can play this hero too, but maybe it's just a B+ for them, or a B, you know? And then suddenly they feel much more comfortable.
Much, right? Maybe they haven't practiced with the hero as much as the Lycan. And I actually really hope that they've studied the demo of their opponents and they're gonna ban it out, because the hero feels even stronger now since the update. So that, you know, that's one of those great things that you're practicing a hero, you're doing very well with it, and then it receives a couple of unexpected buffs and it just turns into an absolute menace. That's kind of the way Lycan feels right now, at least in the first couple of games I had the chance to see if we played or played myself. So yeah, what do you think is the biggest loser? Because of course I mentioned Tiny. Do you think there's someone else that has got an L remotely as big as Tiny?
Let's see, go through the list real quick. Out of the top of my head, probably not. Like even the hero like Beastmaster, he got marginally nerfed, not really much at all. It's probably Tiny. Yeah, I mean it makes sense. It was the most contested hero in the entire game, so nerfing him the most was probably well deserved. But who do you think the biggest winner is?
I don't know. I mean, it's hard to argue against Ember Spirit just based on his current win rate, but I think Axe, and of course we mentioned Nature's Prophet yesterday with his gigantic treant. Yeah. But
yeah, I don't know what to think about the treant still. Like I played against it today once and with it today once in lane.
Yep.
When I played against it, I literally couldn't do anything because it has 1200 health, and you're like, what am I supposed to do? It's like literally a Spirit Bear on a 1 minute cooldown.
Yeah, I hope it's not as broken as it seems, and I think the downsides of having a single treant will be more prevailing in the mid to late game portions. But as an early game, Nature's Prophet is right now just such a nuisance to play against, right? So I think that's gonna be the trade-off, right? Do you want a support that doesn't really scale as much? Because previously you used to get a Nature's Prophet that turns into a core no matter what later on into the game, right? Like that's just classic for the hero. And now I don't know if he still has the same scalability, because he can split push, he can right click, but he doesn't have the presence of multiple treants to be annoying around the map.
The biggest issue with it is, as you said, obviously the cooldown is longer, 25 seconds longer, and even that one big treant on max level has, against buildings and creeps at least, much less health than the small treants do, and less damage as well. So it's a trade-off where your lane becomes insane, but your split push isn't nearly as strong. So we'll see what teams do with it, how they experiment around with it, because right now in Dota, laning is so important, and I think it's a trade-off that almost anybody will happily take.
We'll take it, yeah. No, that is very true. We've gotten to the point in which the mid lane doesn't necessarily feel as important as previously. You know, you had a mid laner dominated mid and then win the game. Now mid lane is more or less a wash because of the water runes, because of the rotations and all that. But the side lanes are actually probably more important than they've been in a long time.
Definitely, especially these offlaners, right? They're running rampant right now. So if there's suddenly a treant beating the crap out of you, you'll be like, well, I was supposed to win this lane, but now there's this treant, what do I do? Like, we saw the treant literally zone out 2 people by itself yesterday.
I remember there is one hero that I think is a huge winner of the patch. Actually, 2 of them, but one in particular. It's the Viper Black. Viper's received a lot of buffs. The hero has always been annoying to play against, and now I think it makes it even worse. And another hero that I think unjustifiably received a couple of buffs is the Sniper. Both Viper and Sniper, 2 of these very frustrating heroes, right-click, point, and just obliterate everybody. They've received a few buffs, and the heroes weren't meta necessarily, but you can still pick them in certain situations, whereas now, I don't necessarily know if they're going to be S tier, but there is a potential that they could turn into some of these more constant 4th or 5th picks.
I think what's really holding back a hero like Viper is an Aghanim's. Like, if they gave him an actually good Aghanim's, it's like this nosedive is just a cringe joke, honestly. Okay. Like, if they gave him like some... Obviously, you don't want to make it too strong, because if you gave him, like, let's say, an anti-mage blink for his axe, it would be way too broken. But he needs some sort of axe that actually helps him. Like, almost every hero in the game has an aghanims that really helps him out. Let's just take Leshrac, for example. Makes everyone around you ethereal, makes yourself ethereal, you can't take physical damage anymore, which is usually the biggest counter to you, burst physical damage. And yeah, it basically takes care of your weakness for you, right? Well, what does Vipers do? A nosedive. 500, I don't even know the range, like I think 200 cast range or something, go like, and do nothing. Like, it's just silly. If you gave him a good axe, I think Viper would be really good.
Yeah, but nobody wants that. I mean,
does.
do we really want Viper to be a meta hero? Like, that's the better question.
I mean, you say that, but there's so many annoying heroes. Like, even Tiny, you know, super annoying. Beastmaster. That's probably the conversation we had yesterday, remember? Like, in its own right, almost every Dota hero is so damn annoying right now. Almost every hero. Like, I'm telling you right now, Medusa is gonna be so damn annoying to play against.
Oh, of course, absolutely. No, I think Medusa's gonna be an absolute pain for a lot of the heroes in the patch. But I do hope there is a way for a bit more flexibility. There's a lot of heroes that I would like to still see, you know, join the ranks again. Maybe the likes of what haven't we seen in a long time? Maybe
Naga Siren, Phantom Lancer.
PL, okay, PL, we discussed a bit about PL yesterday, right? And the fact that PL right now is can build damage, and his built-up damage turns into base damage. That's going to be a very curious way to see how people are approaching it. You said Diffusal Blade is still compulsory for the hero, and I was theory crafting you go Facebook's Armlet instead. Of course, that's more of a joke than anything, but I think there is a way for some players like, you know, Amar, Thompson, whatever, to try some funky builds on PL, at least in pods.
And the biggest problem is that PL's item build is pretty much locked in, just like it is with most illusion heroes, because you always need to build that hard for extra HP for the illusions or the Skadi or whatever, so you don't really have the allowance or the free item spots to really go for damage items. Like, you will never be able to fit in like a Daedalus, anything like that, you know, because you just need those stats boosting items for your illusions. So I'm not entirely sure what they try to do with that change, but I just feel like it's not really going to do anything.
What I know for sure is that it will definitely terrorize the low MMR pods. I expect some 2k MMR players to be consistently destroyed by a Phantom Lancer with this update.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, PL has historically been a pub owner. We'll see. I also miss Juggernaut. I think that hero is quite fun. I mean, Faces Void is pretty dead. Haven't seen him in forever.
He received a, I believe, range buff to time zone. Yeah, which, again, I don't know why they're trying to make this a thing. Time zone for Faceless Void. I told you I did cover a couple of games with Time Zone Void, and surprisingly the hero won, but it's not because of Time Zone. Like, if you had Chronosphere, the results would have been the same. So, but I just thought it's very interesting that people are actually trying to play it every now and then. So let's see with this extra radius of time zone if it's going to be seeing more play, or people are still going to realize it's more of a gimmick than anything else.
Yeah, we'll see. I wish he had a little bit of a different facet, to be honest. Like time zone, I understand what they wanted to do with it. It sounds quite fun on paper, but you can't replace a hard 5-second stun on everybody with whatever time zone is supposed to be. You know,
slow, I guess, on everybody. It's an AoE slow.
You know, it would be epic if you had time zone, and then everybody locked into the time zone has to play like a mini game. You know, like I don't know, some bullet hell or something. Oh. And then the more you get hit, the more damage you take. So the game just stops for everybody, and the people in the chrono have to do bullet hell.
That's kind of curious. I mean, that would be game breaking. I don't think they would do it, but I think it sounds like cool in theory.
No, honestly, like what could happen, right? It doesn't have to break the game flow at all. For example, in in League of Legends, there's a hero. I forgot what his name is. Mordekaiser or something. Like, he grabs a guy and takes him out of the game, literally. and you fight him 1v1 in that new world. So both heroes can't be attacked or targeted by anyone, and you just have like this fight in the other world. So I feel like Time Zone could be something like that.
There is I guess a Valorant agent that does something similar to that one, but how does the other interaction work? Like, do you just have to fight him until one of you wins, sort of like an Aghanim's Legion duel, or is it a duration of 5-6 seconds and you can avoid him?
It's a duration. Okay. But of course, during that time he gets buffs because like he's taking your soul, you know, so he gets like more attack damage and all that stuff. So it's hard to win against him in it. But I just think an interaction like that in Dota would be absolutely insane. Like, the heroes literally just disappear from the game. Like, the other 8 players cannot see them. You know, they're just gone.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if that's what they're heading towards, Black, because, you know, with the recent Mars changes with Vision, when they completely take someone out, it feels like they're, and the Night Stalker as well, when he throws the Dark Void on you, makes you, unseen and invulnerable and untargetable, unhealable. So maybe we're heading towards a point when they are going to add such an ability, or maybe a hero that can do that.
Yeah, I would like that a lot. Again, Heroes of New Earth, Ice Rock was part of that development as well. And there's a hero called Dark Lady. I mean, that was completely busted. Don't do that. But her ultimate was just called Darkness. Literally, all the heroes didn't share vision anymore. And if you didn't have a ward down as like a core hero or something, you just don't see anything that's going on. Like, imagine all of your allied vision is gone. You see nothing.
Wow.
Like, you only see your own vision, and that's reduced to 800. Like, literally the entire team fight is just completely blind, and you see nothing. It was so broken, everybody, obviously, you know, said it was a giga busted. But something like that would be really fun. Because it makes Dota, like, you have to approach these games differently, you know, when you play against these type of heroes.
10 seconds remaining.
I love theory crafting with you, Black. But let's see what.
So do I.
I love what the teams have been cooking here, and it's not gonna be that bit of a specialty. It's gonna be the hero, the support that hasn't really been changed, and the Ember Spirit, who was great before. We already mentioned it. The win rate is actually looking even better today. But I'm actually gonna be slightly more intrigued about the bans. Dazzle and Visage taken out of the server, and of course the Lycan that we knew Argentina played every single game yesterday.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to give that to them for sure. I'm just really wondering how good is Chile, you know, because I haven't seen them play. What kind of level they're at? Because it could be really fun, you know, or Argentina could just be way too good. Because beating Brazil is not easy. Alright, Sven Ember. We just said highest win rate heroes. Let's go. They have a very similar approach, apparently.
My game is a bit bugged. Two of my heroes are invisible. That's kind of cool. And I gotta say, I'm familiar with 555 from the Chilean squad. He's a great, you guessed it, position 5, as the name says it. So let's see if he's the captain or if he can rally the team in towards a victory. Other than him, I don't know any of the players. So I would also like to see Chile put up a show. I would like to see Chile win today, only for the series tomorrow to actually be more meaningful. But Argentina is, you know, a team of heavy hitters. So we can wish for things to happen. That doesn't mean they will come through.
No, it's very true. It would be more exciting, but if these tournaments have told us anything, or the past qualifiers have showed us anything, it's usually not the case. Like, the best teams are really the best teams, and they don't take any prisoners. They qualify easy peasy, and they're through. We'll see though. We have no idea how Chile is going to do. Snapfighter hero, lots of good nuke, lots of range nuke. However, Ember Spirit doesn't care about either of them. So I really hope they have an idea of what they want to do against Ember Spirit, because if they don't counter him, he is going to eat you alive. Wow, I just realized the way Sven is holding his sword. Like, there's like his hand in like the sword is like an opening.
Yeah.
It's kind of Chad.
It's kind of resting his hand on it. Of course, our viewers at home can't see that, but I think that's kind of cool as well. Sort of like, of course, the Olympics is like the Olympic rings. He has his hand onto it. Pangolier. Is there going to be a time when we're going to stop seeing this hero? Well, doesn't seem to be this patch either, Black.
How many consecutive nerfs did this hero get? Like 30?
Well, there is a caveat I want to bring up there. He has received a lot of nerfs, but there were a couple of buffs in between those tweaks as well. I'm going to say that. Like, he has less swashes, but his damage at the beginning is slightly stronger, right? So, you know, it's a give or take there. But Darkseer Spirit Breaker in Argentina, I feel like they're running a lineup that was literally viable, well, yesterday.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah. Well, Darkseer Spirit Breaker is a tried and tested combo. Sven Ember. Question is Sven going to be a core or a support? We've seen both, of course. But the support is not as strong as a core anymore, so... against Ursa, though, do you really want to have Sven core?
I don't think this is...
I think it's an amazing core Medusa game. Just saying, Darkseer Medusa this patch is really busted, because nobody can move anywhere, and you're screwed.
I think this is a Sven support.
Good. So pick the Medusa. Dude, seriously. Like, I'm not even kidding when I say Medusa is mega broken, okay? She has 750 nuke damage now. It's ridiculous, huh?
The one game I did win today, I did have a Medusa on my team, and yeah, it went very smooth, I gotta say.
It's just too good. I can't believe, like, I looked through pro games, like in pubs, nobody's testing out Medusa, I can't believe it.
I wonder why that is.
Yeah, same. Like, the hero is not slow anymore. I literally think it can be a mid hero. Tempo-wise. I literally think it can beat Ember Spirit in the mid lane. Easily, in fact.
Well, they're banning out the Wind Ranger, which could be both a support or a carry, so that was why the flex potential ban from Chile there. Argentina's going to take out the Timber Saw, which is one of the heroes, if I remember correctly, that caused them a little bit of trouble yesterday. And of course, Timber Saw into Ember matchup would be slightly difficult for the Fire Brother. And now the Mars as well. Huh.
Okay, so they want to protect... Well, it kind of looks like a Sven carry then, since this is mostly to protect against him getting dominated in lane. And of course the Wind Ranger, same thing. Hard counter to Ursa. What else do they have in store though?
Yeah, Chile has to ban and reveal their pick now. And do you think, are we looking at a Pango offlane or mid, Black? Because Argentina seems to believe this is mid. Sorry?
I hope it's mid. I don't really believe in an offlane Pango as much. Like, the hero really needs levels and farm. And I feel it's quite easily bullied in the offlane.
Oh, it's
Underlord. Okay.
There's been a lot of changes to Underlord, making him slightly of a primed hero, especially with the TPs around the map and, you know, his innate ability. And then, of course, if you go through the Fiend's Gate, you double up all of your base damage and whatever. But I've played 2 games with Underlord today, not myself, but on the server. And you know, it's one of those changes that is unfelt as a change in itself. I didn't feel it either. I felt like it was kind of a meh update. And I would still personally choose the Darkseer. If I could choose between these 2 offlaners that the teams have picked already, I would still go for the Darkseer, because we mentioned this, Black, yesterday. Seer hasn't been nerfed at all.
Yeah. A lot of the really strong offlaners have not been nerfed. Okay. I mean, that is a hard counter to Ursa. Probably one of the hardest counters in the entire game.
Did Balenci play yesterday? I don't seem to recognize his name.
Balenci?
Yeah.
Good question.
Hermit,
Shifu played the mid, right? Yeah, Hermit is the offlane. Okay. Okay. I like this pick though. Like, Muerta against Ursa is so good. I still think Medusa would have been better, but okay. I'm not gonna stop talking about Medusa, by the way.
Yes, Balenci did play yesterday, okay. Yeah, so it's the same lineup they have as yesterday, okay. Yeah, sure. You know what? I'm gonna...
Well, I'm searching right now. Search for heroes to watch Medusa. Rank 3 game. Okay. The rank 3 player picks it up. See? That's what we want to do. Alright, gotcha. Now, who's gonna win this game? I'm gonna say Argentina because I think this Muerta pick is really strong. Support Sven is not that good, but the wombo combo they have, it just looks... is it easier to execute? Maybe not. I guess I'm just biased because I saw them play yesterday, so whatever. Until I see what Chile can do, Argentina for me.
I'm gonna actually go the opposite way, and I'm gonna take Chile in this one. I don't know how the Underlord feels like currently, but I still believe Ursa is a pretty good hero. And if he can reach a good timing and get on top of this Muerta before... You know, Ursa jumps you and just blows you out of the water if you're falling behind as a Muerta. And I haven't seen Muerta in a long time, so I'm gonna be the doubter here and go for Chile to take game number 1 in this series. But the map is already underway, so let's just jump straight into action and see... Oh, never mind. We're jumping straight into a pause.
Into the pause we go. Now, let's do some... Well, already underway. Wait, so Muerta can always attack when she's ethereal. Muerta can always attack ethereal targets. When attacking ethereal targets, all of her damage deals magical damage. Muerta becoming immune to physical damage, or damage still has magical damage Muerta against. Okay. So basically, Muerta is just the anti-Ghost Scepter hero. I see. Gotcha.
What are the facets like? What did the facet Muerta go for?
The calling. It's the spirit one.
Oh, did
not
she?
Not the offering.
Really? That's kind of strange.
Don't just run up their head. Ah, it's dangerous. Don't do it. Don't do it. Or do it anyway. Let's go.
Connecting with the stun. A nice turnaround. That's going to be a 4-player with a dual fire breath and runway. Wait.
You don't do these things. Like,
who skills charge level 1?
Well, he did. And not only did he grieve his lane, he also fed away first blood. That's the thing though. It's 2024, you run uphill and your smoke breaks, get the hell out of there. You know? Like, no need to poke your nose into the hive, you know? The beehive. Who got the first blood? The Underlord. Oh no.
Well, I think that's the start the hero needs. Like I said, he is one of those heroes that kind of struggles in lane, and getting him a bit of a gold influx would be more than, well, more than a great start, I gotta say.
Yeah, certainly looking very good. Man, this Pangolin double jump is also just silly. Ah, whatever. The Zuma's needed, you know, attention span.
I gotta say, the support duo on Argentina are awful for the laning phase. You got a Spirit Breaker Sven as a support duo. Like, what is this gameplay? Also, I mean, yes, you do have the Darkseer Spirit Breaker, which is a classic combo, but that doesn't really come to play until level 2, 3 for the Spirit Breaker.
I think a good option for them would be that Spirit Breaker just takes a shell, goes through the portal, and ganks top a lot with the Iron Shell. It just really secures the Muerta lane. Because the big Muerta is really what they're looking for in this game. Like to counter the Ursa with. Gotta make sure that she has a fantastic game.
Yeah, but that can't happen until level 3, right? That's what I'm saying. You need at least level 2 on the Spirit Breaker, if not level 3.
Yeah, and it's gonna get... even that is quite tough already. Bot lane is not looking too good for the Darkseer. Yeah, they're Giga zoned. And we have seen this lane a lot. Like, Ursa Jakiro is just super strong. Might be one of the strongest Dota lanes ever. Alright, Pan goes out.
A bit of an unfortunate one. Hopefully they can quickly solve all the problems. This is not a great start.
Heroes killed inside the calling, refresh its duration, create another revenant, and expand the radius. All right. So support Sven. What is Agram shot now increases? Okay, so the shot still gives the same amount of armor. Okay. So you still give your entire team 18 bonus armor for 15 seconds.
Oh, okay.
And even more movement speed with the active now. Wow, how much is it? Increases active movement speed bonus. Wait.
That's a lot. It's a lot.
Is it 25% on top of the 20, or is it just, or does the 22
I believe
just...
so.
Wait, so is it 50% bonus speed for everyone? No. I think it goes from 22 to 25.
Are you
Well,
sure?
as always, well, it's a pause right now. So Detective Black is on the case. Let me go
Detective Black, bruv.
into the demo. And the demo I am. Now let's see. Level max, E. So that goes to
Yes, let us know.
Yeah, 396. That's 71. And then, yeah, okay, it's just 3% more. So that part isn't as broken.
Okay.
Alright, coming back. Did I miss anything?
No, of course not. What could you be missing? Like, you never miss anything. You're just always on the spot. Always, we know you, Black.
Yeah, I'm omnipresent.
Oh, are you? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you considering to be a Marvel hero or something?
What do you mean by considering?
Oh, wow. You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. Avengers Secret Invasion featuring Dominic.
What do you... Okay, real talk. If I was a... Let's not say superhero, okay? If I had
The Hulk.
a superpower...
You'd be the Hulk, Black.
No. If I had a superpower, okay? What would I fit best? Like an anti-hero, a villain, or a superhero?
That's a good question, I'll have to think about that one.
Yeah, please do, because I don't consider myself a hero for sure, but also not a villain. But everybody tells me I would make a great villain. I don't know if that's a compliment or not.
Probably not. I don't think that's a compliment, actually. You would be someone like good, but not really good. Like someone that does a lot of collateral damage,
Yeah, like Venom or something like that.
Yeah, sort of. Or like one of the boys' hero. Maybe not as bad as like the main bad guys, but like someone that does good stuff. But in the process, you collapse a couple of buildings, you explode a few cars here and there,
Or like Soldier Boy.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. I honestly think, in a very similar fashion, like I knew that I can count on you.
Yeah, I don't think you are like an outright bad boy. But man, I wouldn't say you're a hero either.
I'm definitely not a hero. No way.
I guess Batman would kind of fit you, because Batman is more of a vigilante than a hero, right?
Yeah, but I don't want to be rich, as my superpower is kind of lame.
I mean, fair enough. What can I say?
Hey, Batman was a superpower. I'm rich.
Isn't that the power of Iron Man as well?
Yeah, but at least Iron Man, does something like creative with it.
Okay, what about a Dota hero? What Dota hero would you be, Black? Oh, Balenci! And that's why I don't believe in the Muerta, Black. Definitely not in the Muerta core these days.
Well, if she had the other facet, she would be teleported there right away.
Yeah, that is a good point, actually.
And can die once more.
So, yeah, I think... what hero would you think would you be in Dota, Black? Not what would you want to be, but what would you actually be?
Oh, that's tough. Do you know what you would be? As the Earth is getting dove a bit. Is he gonna be fine? He looks like he's in a lot of trouble.
I think he's fine. I think it's fine, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, the
Balenci died
Muerta dies
again.
again. Balenci back to back, and no more TP for you this time around. And it's kind of crumbling down for this top lane of Argentina.
Certainly is. And the bot lane isn't doing too hot either. Ursa's just kind of free farming here.
Maybe Oracle? I'd be
You would be Oracle?
Oracle or Techies, something like that maybe.
Why techies?
It's kind of goofy.
And maybe Alchemist then.
No, he's kind of crazy. No, I don't think I'm that crazy.
Okay, let me see. Goofy, but not that crazy.
I guess Shadow Shaman or Witch Doctor would fit that description a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, that's gonna be a good attempt for Del Water, but look at the vacuum. Ooh, it's not. Doesn't matter. So many Fury swipes, and now Runway. You tried to charge in, but you're only gonna short towards your death. Can we take a second to talk about the nickname of the Jakiro? His nickname is Darkman 2. Is this like a abridged version of Men in Black?
I don't know. That's a very interesting one for sure.
I mean, your name is Black. You know, your name is Black, right? So I feel like you are inclined to describe where Darkman 2 might come in as an inspiration.
Hey, I don't know when he chose that nickname. I just want to say I was like 10 years old, okay? Like, when you're that age... Well, okay. It's not the whole story, right? There's also... I mean, there's multiple stories.
Wait. Do you think you're sharing too much here, Black? Shouldn't we save this for the Waxen and Black podcast?
No. Like, I'm just gonna give you a piece of it, you know?
Okay.
Just like a little appetizer. So, when you're 10 years old, okay? Even now, to be honest. Do you think dragons are cool?
Yeah, that makes... Yeah.
Yeah. And I watched that show with the Black Dragon. I don't remember the name of it. The Legend of the Dragon Rider or something like that. Okay, and the Black Dragon, obviously, Black Dragons are always the evil guys. And he was badass. Huge, badass, destructive. I was like, damn, Mom, I love Black Dragons. And I became a Black Dragon on the Battle.net. And then it shortened to Black later. Yeah, but it's just an appetizer.
That was the correct choice. It could have been way worse. It could have been Black D as a shorten, and I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I flirted with that idea for a while, you know, but I didn't think it was very appropriate.
I mean, you could have argued it's Black Dominic.
Yeah, I could have, but who would have believed that?
I mean, hey ho, what can I say? Oh man.
Oh, look at this. Mid lane is completely even. Surprise.
Yeah, it's not like we've got an Ember Spirit Tangolier 85,000 times in the last couple of years.
Yeah. Side lanes are not going very well, though, for the Dire. I mean, they're not super horrible, but they're not great, for sure. Underlord is huge.
Black, what would it take for you to come out of retirement?
Not much, honestly. Just some solid teammates.
Okay. Would you do it for free?
Yeah. Like, I believe that with the right teammates and with the right mindset, if you make it to the top, you know, you're gonna get opportunities regardless. So, you get the right teammates, definitely, why not? The biggest problem a lot of pro players have nowadays, like, for example, I mean, I don't want to pinpoint anyone because I don't
pro
know.
Players, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Some pro players,
yeah,
don't need
some
to
pro
name
players.
and shame.
They're very salary focused, you know. Of course, they've had a lot of past achievements, but they're not that relevant at this current time, you know. Yeah, exactly. So you gotta work your way back up again, you know.
That makes sense. As I know the net worth and the last hits are showing quite even, but I actually feel like Chile is doing very well. I mean, other than
Ursa's dead though.
Other than this Ursa dying a few times.
Wait. He's not dead.
Oh, 100% escape rate, and now he's gonna try to deny himself, but the blood grenade comes in from Runaway.
I don't know, call me crazy, but I feel if he just ran away with face boots, he would have lived.
BBQ. Oh,
That was
good
close.
timing. That was very good. He's rolling around, but he's
The
getting
bash,
catched and
dude.
killed.
Under attack.
And I just said they're doing well, and they lost 2 of their cores. Of course. You're welcome, Argentina. You are welcome.
Yeah, it's a little deep, but there's a regional running, so no problem there.
They've got a random as well.
Yeah, get out. Let the region tick again. Whee! Did he always say he's welcome, though? He's burning. Double. No. Oi!
Wow.
Now that's a lot of damage.
I feel like Revenant could have actually went for the upper hill kill, and now 100
Or
gets
Ursa died
obliterated by
again.
4 dire heroes. That's a lot of investment, but the Ursa dying back to back is a huge victory. And now, look at him, just going behind the tower.
I mean, what can they do? They're just running them down. Like,
There's
this is why
nothing.
the supports are so strong, right? Together with the Darks here. Like, they look terrible in lane, and they were. But now they look really good. Another kill, probably. He doesn't have roll. Nah, no kill, okay. Man, dual breath is so strong. Oh, they're still looking, they're still looking. There's chains. No.
Radiant's
Alright, let's get out of there.
is under attack.
Now it's suddenly 2k lead. They were 1k behind, now 2k ahead. Let's do some math. They gained 3k gold over the enemy team.
That's 4, isn't it?
1k down, 2k
Oh,
ahead.
1k. Oh, I thought they were
Yeah.
2k down. I see.
Now trust me on math right now because I'm doing a lot of reviewing for the tests, you know.
I see.
Yeah. Oh wait, we got an ult on Spirit Breaker in 5 seconds. Or 2 supports are trying to do solo, huh?
They're escaping somehow.
Okay, can he get the Spirit Breaker? No. Everyone's just running away. Well, Sven is also very highly leveled. Didn't even skill ult, just Warcry max. Okay.
It's kind of a bit much, isn't it? I don't think you should be going for it that way, but I mean, it's working for them. And you know, I kind of complained about how useless it felt as Sven and Spirit Breaker were in the first couple of minutes. But like you mentioned, since hitting level 5, they've turned into absolute menaces around the map.
Is under attack.
I want them to defend the top tower, but maybe it's a bit too late for that. Because I feel this is like the power timing of Darkseer and the 2 supports together. So the fact that they're losing the top tower for free.
Pangolier, kind of annoying to play into, especially as you see he has an arcane rune, right?
Yeah, I just hope they don't miss their quote-unquote timing with the supports and the Darkseer, because right now they're really strong.
Yeah, and the Dark Series is topping the network chart, which is obviously exceptional.
Darkseer's intelligence cannot be lower than average over strength and agi. Okay.
Nice. Another strike hitting level 6 on the Spirit Breaker already, enabling the setup for the kill as Shifu gets in and out, claiming Siete's, well, life.
Muerta is also now caught back up. Had a terrible laning phase, but ahead of the Ursa, ahead of the Pangolier now. And now the game is suddenly not looking very good anymore at all for Chile. It's not over, obviously. Lots of Dota to be played, but definitely a very big turnaround for the dire side.
And it's such an annoying thing to play Spirit Breaker when there's an Underlord on the enemy team, as we see it again. Hit of Malice is just very hard to survive, well, to continue a charge. It's basically impossible to. And now Darkman 2 will fall. This might be my favorite nickname, actually.
Darkman 2.
It's not even Dark Man, it's men. It's like multiple men.
Yeah.
I think it's even like, okay, I think 2 Dark Men would have been even funnier. But I think that would have been considered cheating, right?
Yes.
Playing with 2 men instead of 1.
That's right. Would probably be in trouble.
This Snapfire really needs to find level 6. She needs two creeps. 2 creeps. That's all she needs for the cookies. For the kisses, sorry. There's a blood grenade on the Pangolier. Oh wow.
Yeah, get that health bonus.
Blood Grenade enjoyer?
Yeah, I think the item is broken, especially in a couple of mid-heroes.
I love Blood Grenade. I pick it every time. I feel like as a support, I have Blood Grenades on me even at minute 20. If I have the spare inventory slot. Oh, there we go. Finally level 6. It's gonna be the first great kill going in favor of Chile for a couple of minutes. But now, if this Pangolier is getting destroyed, nice double shield crash out of there, and now the Swashbuckle back to safety. They need to cut their losses. The Jakiro's trying to right-click from the low ground with the Liquid Frost. But getting the Ember Spirit kill and getting out of there after the Wall of Replica was used, Chile very much showing us that they're still in the game. And I'm gonna argue, Black, that this might potentially be the closest map we've had so far in this tournament.
That sounds about right. I actually think though he could have escaped on the Ember Spirit. Like he had a Remnant out and he wasn't stunned for a good second. Maybe he just thought he wanted to bait it a little bit more. No, he definitely had mana as well. Okay. But you know, sometimes you're like, yeah, they can't kill me. I'm just gonna bait a bit more, and then suddenly you get like stunned from a random spell you didn't think they had ready, and then you're like, ah, unlucky. Oh, clearing the Ancient Stack together with 4 heroes.
I mean, it's only a double stack. It's only a double stack. It's not that big of a deal. But if they catch the Ember Spirit again, that would have been a hell of a big deal. But 45 seconds, no kisses, and no follow-up yet. How is 100's farm looking like? Oh, okay. Almost Battle Fury on top of Facebook's Wraith Bats. Not too shabby. Ice Path, great from Darkman too, who will most likely sacrifice himself to save the rest of his team. Barbecue gets Nether Strike, but gets out of there now with a Pit of Malice, and Siete coming in with a Scatter Blast. The damage turnaround is there, and another set of Roots coming in, and now they're going in for the Rolling Thunder. They are very optimistic. The charge is pitch perfect as Barbecue is getting chased down by the Iron Shell damage of Wish. He's going up onto the tier 3s, and he's gonna get the kill with the help of Hermit's Iron Shell. And now Revenant trying to run outside of his own base, but the Ursa has TP'd. She's got a Battle Fury, so she will claim some of the support lives from Argentina.
What a scrappy fight. They're really taking the Darkseer idea to the next level. You're just diving beyond the tier 3 towers even. I like it though. You know, aggressive DOTA is very fun to watch. Ursa finishes Battle Fury. That's usually his timing of really accelerating like mad. We haven't seen too much from the Muerta yet. Of course, Pipe next for the Darkseer. Already got Griefs up. All the auras. Always all the auras. Pipe almost done on Underlord as well. Hey, Waxen. Yes, I'm playing offlane. Can you give me some item suggestions, please?
For which offlaner, though?
Any. Now, truth be told, I feel like these items could be built on any offlane if you wanted to.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, how many Enigmas have we seen that went offlane? Never bought a BKB, never bought a Blink, nothing. Just Crimson, Pipe, and Griefs. And you just walk forward, and nobody can kill you. Time admin.
What's the time block? It's 20 minutes too.
Hey, so you lived in the UK for quite a while, right?
I still do, yeah.
You still do, yeah. What is the correct way of saying that it's 3 a.m. in 20 minutes? Is it 20 to 3?
No, it's 20 past 3.
What do you mean?
Say it again. So
it's 2:40 now, right?
It's 2:40. Oh, okay.
Yeah, for me, like 2:40 a.m.
Yes.
So if I wanted to say it's...
Yeah, it's 20 to 3, yeah.
So did you just say 20 to 3?
Yes.
So you don't say 2:40 or something?
I would say 20 to 3.
Right.
I don't know. You could say 2:40. You would say quarter. So if it's 2:45, you would say quarter to 3 for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So if the time is 2:45, you would say it's
quarter 2.
A quarter 3.
Yes.
Okay.
You wouldn't even say that. You would say quarter 2. Because people would assume they kind of know what they would assume you're in between 2 and 3, and you just say it's quarter 2. And if it's 2:15, you would say it's quarter past.
Ah, okay. So would you say a quarter to 3 or just quarter 2?
I guess it depends. If it's really like if you just wake up from a nap or something like that, and the person is not aware what planet they're on, you would say the hour. But if you know it's whatever midday, and you're about to go home, and people are waiting to get out of work, you would say it's 22. So they would know, oh, we got 20 minutes until we clock out.
Ah, I gotcha. Because, you know, a lot of these tests, like I'm obviously very confident in my German, very confident in my English speaking and everything, but a lot of these tests, they have, like, I learned all the stuff in school back then, like how do you say the correct time of the day and everything, you know. But there was this one test, and it asked me, what is the correct form of saying it's 15 or like it's 2:45, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And there were like 4 different answers, and they all seemed right, but obviously there's only one real correct version to write it grammatically.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so that kind of stuff is a bit annoying. Because I feel like at that point, like it doesn't really test your language knowledge anymore, you know what I mean? Like just because I don't know the exact perfect spelling for that, I would still be able to articulate what's asked, you know? So these kind of tests are a little bit debatey, I feel like.
I mean, I have very strong opinions about these tests, but again, it's probably a conversation for our podcast, not for the broadcast here. As
fair enough.
There's a couple of names I like on this server, nicknames of the players. Of course, it's the Darkman 2, which I think is a great name, and I also like Siete with the 7, which I believe it means 7. So you got Siete with the 7 in the name and the T7, the 7 number digit for the letter T. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, and you got 100. Barbecue.
Yeah, 100's not that cool of a name. I don't know.
It's not that cool, but it's a name.
Revenant is a cool name, though.
Shifu is just clearing house right now. Ursa level 13 already, though. He's big. He's huge. If I get a kill on him, it would be massive, but he already enraged.
He turns around.
If he gets stunned, he's in trouble.
Someone help 100 guys. Hello, Vacuum pulling him back. He's safe, but I can't say the same about the rest of his team as...
Oh, they're still going. They're looking for a charge? Okay, can't get it. What are they charging? The Pango?
Oh my god, he showed himself off top, and this is gonna be a lot of damage. Coming in from Valencia, Revenant is gonna come back in and get a support kill in exchange, but losing your Pangolier there. And speaking of losing your Pangolier, that is an abysmal net worth.
Yeah, also this level, look at that. Level 9? What happened?
What items does he even have?
He had a pretty good lane, he went to Fuser Blade. But his lane wasn't that bad. Okay, so here's the thing, right? It's very easy as like an amateur player to forget that you actually still have to scale. Even if you're playing an active hero. You know, like you can't just stop farming completely, which is something I think he sort of forgot.
Okay.
Which is very easy for a lot of people to happen, you know? They think like, oh, I gotta rotate, gotta make space for my Ursa, and then they just forget to farm themselves. And then they fall behind, and at some point you can't recover anymore. You know, so you gotta be really careful.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Your life, much like your head, lacked the point.
Radiant are scanning.
That line is pretty...
You gotta say it in the Darkseer voice, Black, come on.
Okay, give me your best Darkseer voice.
My best? I told you I got a sore throat. Okay, let me cook. He's kind of like very like old, right? Isn't he like?
Even when you pick him, dude.
Your life, just like your head, lacks a point, something like that, right? But like slightly older. Accents are definitely not my forte.
Yeah, it's hard, man. I just as we see, Snapfire get baked. What? Like literally every team I played in, we always made fun of the way that he talked when you picked him. He's just like Darkseer, and you're like, oh. It's just so funny. Every time in the DOTA pick screen.
Yeah.
You know us gamers, we're all kids. You know, we're like 25, but we act like 12.
I mean, we highlighted this yesterday that the voice lines in Dota are arguably what make this game from S tier to S plus for, well, many of us. the attention to details, especially when you go and play other games that have heroes, agents, or whatever, and they have like 5 voice lines that they keep repeating, and you get used to them after 1 week. In Dota, even now, there's voice lines I have yet to hear.
Yeah, I mean, every hero has, I don't know, hundreds of voice lines for every different thing. An item pickup, getting hit by someone, meeting a certain hero.
Okay, who's got the best missing middle voice, Black?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Missing middle.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I've got a good contender.
Who's that?
Skyrat Mage.
Oh, okay, yeah. What about his...
That is the best in the bag by far. This Underlord is very beefy, but is not going to be beefy long enough for his team to join him, as Revenant will most likely fall. Sleight of Fist coming in off cooldown 1 second. Shifu going to get the series chase on top of him, and he does die. And now the wall, just for extra bit of safety, on top of the corpse of the Underlord. And I mean, they're not that far behind. A lot of that net worth deficit is only because the Pangolier is actually completely getting outscaled. Other than that, Chile is on the back foot, but not completely out of the game, I would say.
Not out of the game, but it's going to be very hard because Ursa is already countered, quote-unquote, by the Muerta, who's having a fantastic game now. It's going to be very hard because Sven kind of mitigates most of the, game that Ursa wants to play. Now they're going to steal a Tormentor as well. So if Sven gets a shard here, are they going to steal a Tormentor? Nah, they're going to fight for it, so good deflection there. But yeah, if Sven gets a shard, it's going to get incredibly difficult for them to play. And Pango, as I said, needs to catch up. But again, comes back to the point that I mentioned earlier. If you fall behind so much early on, it's incredibly difficult to come back. In terms of net worth.
Unlike what you said during the pick phase, I personally don't like Pangolier mid these days. I prefer it off lane. And
really?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it can be a good offlaner, depending on who your pair is. I just feel like a lot of carries actually bully him. Like, it's very hard to bully carries as a Pango.
Oh, that is a good point, actually. Well, at least the Tormentor is going to get claimed in.
Oi. They lost their Ursa for it, though.
Enrage? Hello?
No. Maybe tomorrow.
Your life, much like your head, lacked a point. I gotta keep on trying. What is one voice I think I could pull off? I think I could probably pull off Venomancer or Viper or something like that.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, I don't know. Darkseer sounds like really like sinister, you know?
What about Sven? I feel like Sven doesn't even talk. Sven goes, ooh, 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 ooh. That's kind of how Sven sounds to me, like a horn. Oh my god, vacuum.
Well, good night.
I think that was an initiation from Chile, actually. They were trying to pick off the Spirit Breaker, and then they just got jumped in by the Ember Spirit, allowing Hermit for the setup.
Yeah. And it's getting further and further ahead. Now also the Glyph already expanded for the bot. If they don't get back soon, they might actually lose the tower here. Like, Sven obviously is incredibly tanky. No, Revenant is here. Should be easy peasy. But remember, the Glyph is already used.
Are we at the point where you're going to consider banning Darkseer next game? Are we literally back to last patch?
I mean, he didn't get nerfed at all. I don't see why, teams wouldn't pick him.
Yeah. Well, this might be the last attempt that they have at defending. Of course, Argentina's going at this without an Aegis, so they might actually reconsider this attempt and could fall back. I'm surprised we didn't get an early Roche from either side, because the changes to what the Roshan drops now, I think, are quite massive, I would say. You get a banner no matter what from the second Roshan, so obviously the sooner you kill it first, the earlier you can get to the second Rosh. I was expecting, particularly with the Ursa Underlord lineup, to maybe go at minute 16, 18 to get it. So that hasn't been the case quite yet, but now Argentina's heading to the pit.
Yeah, they don't think they have enough time, though, to get it in 40 seconds, so do they? I mean, they should be fine. 40 seconds is a long time in Dota.
I think they'll get it. With Pierce of the Veil, it's not going to be that resistant. They have even God Strength from the support. And yes, it's a support Sven, but it's a pretty farm support Sven.
Hey, still it's hard anyway. Yeah, 300 damage. You don't support Sven. And down goes Mr. Roshan. Bye-bye. Have you, you said you played Dota 1 a bit, right?
Well,
What about
ask away.
Warcraft 3?
Warcraft? No. So I
No,
told you I
okay.
was a CS boy when I was younger.
Okay, well then you wouldn't know the reference. Because I do an insane ogre in Dota 1.
Okay.
But, I mean, you don't know, so... Yeah.
Well, definitely some of our viewers will know that.
So next time we meet, I'll let you in on the deets.
Fabulous. It's gonna be on your private jet, yeah?
Of course, yeah. Where would
There we
you want to go?
Where do I
Yeah,
want to go? Eh? Anywhere. I don't know. Hawaii?
All right, why not?
Okay, well, now that they have the Aegis, I don't see a way in which they're not heading for the high ground. There's no more outer objectives for them to take, and they could be going for more farm, as I think they actually have the advantage in the late game anyway. Oh, there's still a tier 2 mid. Sorry, I overlooked this one. But Shifu has an amplified damage rune, my goodness.
Well, now you're correct. There's no more mid tower as well. But the Sven is so tanky, man. Jesus.
What repositioned him?
Force staff?
Oh, okay. That was a cheeky little attempt. It's been a while since I've seen.
No, the funny thing is, that was actually his own.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they caught the Ursa. No.
This is gonna be a massive victory for Argentina. Now there's no buyback for a full minute on 100. Not 100 seconds out of the game, but it's gonna be more than sufficient to allow Argentina to claim at least a tier 3, if not even at least one of the Raxes down
They have to be
bottom.
careful they don't have more heroes now. If they die without the Ursa, they just lose the game right here.
They're turning around with the Ice Path Macropire into the Pit of Malice, and they're not dealing any damage to the Ember Spirit. The Rolling Thunder comes in to create some separation, but the Pipe and the Warcry are doing such a good job of protecting them. 20 seconds, no Ursa, and now this Pangolier is gonna actually not be connected with the Deadshot, but he still gets chased down in Runway, comes in to complete the charge and the kill. Does have the buyback on the Pango, but no Rolling Thunder, and look how deep Widge and Hermit are. Valenci joining up, Shifu with the Searing Chain, stopping them to enter their own fountain, and now the Vacuum to pull them all back. Charge is coming in, and they're falling at the edge of the fountain. 100 is finally here, but down to below half HP already, and there's nothing this Ursa can do as they're all running away.
Yeah, this should pretty much be game, but they're still standing from the fountain. He has an ult. Sekiro, gone.
Yeah, this is gonna be game. Argentina coming in hot. Ursa with the
Hey,
last
no
attempt
ult, no
here.
ult.
Charge, there's nothing for him to do. No BKB. The Nether Strike is actually gonna be the final nail in the coffin as Shifu, with a shout out to Odie Pixel, takes this kill, and the first set of racks falls. Chile still not giving up just yet. They will have one more attempt when they get Rolling Thunder and the Ursa back in 30 seconds, but they are facing a 20k gold deficit.
Yeah, I really have to criticize a lot of the team's choices to not leave the game when it's over. I actually truly do believe it's harmful for, just the entire team sort of atmosphere. Well, next guy dead. Potentially. Oh, nice bash. Yeah. I mean, this game is truly over. Nothing to do here.
They're gonna go one more time. They're not giving up just yet.
Look at the Mask of Madness, Doxia.
That is exceptional from Hermit. Now the final 45 comes in. They're waiting for something to happen. Underlord just purchased something. He's not gonna have a buyback now for 20 seconds. Okay, Hermit is TPing. Fake TPing. I think he was trying to bait them to jump on top of him.
Would have been funny if we got double force step into the fountain. I mean, they're not even moving. Like they're still
They're
fountain
waiting for the
invulnerable.
Underlord. They're waiting for the Underlord. I think that's the game plan. Maybe.
Okay.
BBQ. Channeling the
feel-
Rolling Thunder. It's gonna happen, Black. They're going now. They're using the Fiend's Gate. They want to go through it so they get the bonus from the new TPs now. The Pit of Malice comes in on top of the Sven. The Jakiro's there as well, but he gets instantly silenced. They're jumping on the Ember Spirit. Can they chain stun him? It doesn't seem to be the case as the charge comes in. And the Vacuum Wall onto 4 Radiant Heroes. The Rolling Thunder doesn't do absolutely anything. The Ursa has fallen. Jakiro, Underlord, and BBQ last to fall. Shifu gets a triple kill. And Argentina win Game 1.
The beginning looked really good for Chile, but Argentina is just a little bit too strong, and if Game 2 goes the same way Game 1 did, we have our first qualifier winner already, potentially. This game was really one-sided after, what, like 7 minutes? They really found their stride and made it look easy. Honestly, you can't give Darkseer away with these heroes. Like, if they didn't have a Darkseer but another hero, the game would have been completely different.
It was a really good showing from the Argentinian squad, and they're not going to be the first qualifier winners. Black, if I may correct you, they're going to be the first winners of this qualifier, because we've had a lot of qualifiers already. But of course, I'm just being a little bit pedantic here, just trolling you, my friend. A great showing from them. I would argue that Argentina actually played even better than yesterday, which is a great sign for things to come for this roster.
Definitely. They are good. I mean, the draft, honestly, is always something new. You know, well, not new, but not super meta. Of course, we've seen these heroes before, but they always add 1 or 2 heroes in that kind of add to the spice. You know, more to this game. I think it could have probably been any hero. She didn't really do something like a sniper wouldn't be able to, or a Drow Ranger or something like that, you know. But the other 4 players, like the combo with Darkseer was just too good. Iron Shell and all of them, they just literally just run in and deal 300 damage per second. They just melted everything.
And it's also like, I mean, we will see the stats as soon as the replay finish. Shifu had 17-1 and 9. I believe like this is the 4th Ember Spirit we get in the past couple of days that completely takes over the game. And maybe this is a testament to the fact that this hero shouldn't be allowed to make his way through the draft, especially not when it's getting first picked and still going, you know, monstrous.
Yeah, I think the lowest kill count we actually saw in an Ember, in this qualifier at least, was it 11 or 15?
I think it was 11 or 12, so I think you're onto something.
Yeah. So 12, 15, and 17, I think, is the 3 games we've seen.
So
and yeah, I mean, the KDA doesn't get worse if you die once, right? So
yeah, that's true.
The overall KDA of this hero in this tournament was like 50-0 or something.
Yeah,
or
I mean,
52-1.
We asked about banning the Darkseer, which of course should be something to consider still, apparently, even in 7.3.7. But this Ember Spirit seems to be, especially when you're playing Tier 2, Tier 3 Dota, the thing with Ember is it's one of those heroes that if he does have a good start, it can take over the game, right? The hero is such an elusive one and brings so much both physical and magical damage that it can completely ruin the tempo that you like to have. And we saw that this game. Despite the Ursa having great farm for the first 15-20 minutes, in the end it was insufficient to keep up with the space that Shifu was constantly creating.
What do you ban though? You know, you gotta take care of the Lycan, you gotta take care of the Ember, do you just pick the Ember yourself?
Lycan, Darkseer, Ember. You got 3 bans, right? If you have,
but then there's a lot of other annoying heroes to go through. Then it's gonna be like SF, who is super annoying to play against. I don't actually remember what bans they had. But they also banned Beastmaster, of course. That's an annoying one. No, it's tough. It is pretty tough. Yeah, now we have to see what they end up deciding on, but right now Argentina looks pretty hard to ban against.
Yeah, we thought they might just be a one-trick pony with that Lycan, but clearly not the case, as they showed it in this second game here. Second game today, and look at the damage overall. That's a lot of damage. It's a whole lot of damage. 80, basically almost doubling. Well, 40% more damage delta than the Chilean side. 83k to 48,000 only. And what is ATM?
ATM, I think that means the most gold by the end of the game.
Oh, so someone that didn't purchase, like, had gold in the inventory?
Yeah, the golden inventory, that's right.
That's... I mean, that's not the most impressive stat, I guess.
He forgot to buy items.
It's only proof that Shifu, no matter how farm he was, he still had a lot of gold in the tank that he could have still used to make himself even bigger. I guess that's the thought process behind it, as of course the most assists were collected by the Darkseers of Hermit with 22, but again, Iron Shell Vacuum, great easy spells to collect assists with, as that's going to be it for game number 1, but it is a best of 3. Argentina right now a single map away from qualifying to the World Esports Championships. That's all they need. One more map, and they have done it. They have put the statement, they put a mark on this tournament, finally qualifying for themselves. But for now, we're going to send it to a short break, and when we're back, it's going to be map 2 between Chile and Argentina. And we are back with the IESF Americas qualifiers, and it's going to be Argentina, one map away from qualifying to Riyadh Black. It's been a very impressive showing from Argentina in this qualifier, and right now they just need to stop Chile in their tracks once again to just make the jump to the World Esports Championships.
One map is all it takes, and they seem to be a little bit superior, at least individually. Draft-wise, also big picture-wise, they seem to have a clear idea of what they want to do. So they're in a prime position for the qualifier spot. 1-0, one more to go.
Yes, and we are just moments away from getting this draft already underway, as the teams are not going to waste any more time to start and kick off the action in this second one. Hopefully Chile have had enough time to actually realize what the mistakes might have been in during that first game, and I would like to see them bounce back. Like I said, I would kind of prefer to have Chile win here so that tomorrow there's a lot more at stake, because right now Brazil, I'm telling you, Black, they are praying that Chile can get back into this series.
Yeah, if they can't, they are out, and Chile is out too, of course. And then it's all about that second place glory.
Yeah, and of course, representing your nation, especially, Argentina and Brazil, Chile have big rivalries in other sports as well. And, it would be great to bring one home for your country, but winning the qualifier in the end is the main goal.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, second place in a qualifier where only one team goes always feels very...
Sour?
Yeah, sour, underwhelming. You feel upset. Like, even if you win that game, you're gonna feel not great, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you had your opportunity. It was in the palm of your hands. You just couldn't get it done yesterday, right? Brazil did manage to clutch one victory from Argentina in that second game, but in the end, it was insufficient.
Now, let me pick your brain.
Okay, I'm listening.
So imagine, I don't know how competitive you are as a person.
Very competitive. I think we've had this conversation a bajillion times, yes.
Okay, very, very, very competitive. Okay, that's good. So, don't think about the result, okay?
Okay.
But
team
what would make you feel better? Okay?
What are the options?
Losing the grand final
10 seconds
or
remaining.
winning the third place match?
5 seconds remaining.
Because just purely logically speaking, second place is way better. You get more money, higher ranking, everything, obviously.
Probably losing the grand final, only because I feel like there's a lot of stuff at stake when you play a grand final. Just playing in the grand final in itself is such a cool achievement.
Okay. Now, as someone that has been in that position many, many times, losing the grand final feels, at least for me personally, indefinitely worse than winning, the third place match. Because, yeah, you got second and not third, but you end the tournament on a win. Mentally it plays such a big role.
Yeah, of
Whereas
course. I mean, the
grand finals, you lose, nobody will remember you, But third place, I actually feel like third places in these kind of scenarios get remembered more than second places. Because winners, that's just reality, get remembered more, It just feels better.
Just putting our viewers up to date. In case you don't know, a lot of our broadcasts when me and Black are together end up somehow being a bit of a therapy session for Black. So don't worry, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
It's
Yeah.
normal for us.
Ban.
What about money, Black? What if you're playing for money, right? Wouldn't you rather get second place, lose the grand final, than third place?
Oh yeah, of course. As I said, money-wise, achievement-wise, sponsorship opportunity-wise and stuff, way better. It's just in the moment, it feels way worse.
Okay, yeah, of course. I mean, the pain is.
Yeah, like the pain is real.
5 seconds. Radiant team.
Well, I have a bit of a feeling that this one's going to be quite painful as well for Chile, as Argentina still got their hands on the Dark Seer.
Not the Ember this time, surprisingly. Very interesting. They better be banning it out now.
Yeah, they need to, please. They're banning the Gyro first.
Not sure why, to be honest. I mean, Darkseid Gyro is not terrible, but it's not the greatest either.
This vacuum wall cooldown is tactic.
Yeah, it's a bit annoying.
But Argentina's banning out this Ven themselves. Huh.
And Troll again.
Dire team pick.
I banned Spirit Breaker out instead. Okay, I mean, they're just gonna go Ember again, right? Like, if you pick a hero that's bad against Ember now, they're just gonna pick that again.
Who has the first pick? Okay, maybe Chile wants to take Ember for themselves, right? Maybe that's the game plan. They've got the first pick here. And maybe that's what they're discussing. We're like, we can't give it away, we need to pick it ourselves.
5 seconds remaining.
Maybe?
Radiant team pick.
Okay.
Enchantress.
No.
I apologize for even daring to theorycraft.
No. You're wrong.
I don't know, I mean, is Enchantress really that valuable here? Yes, it's a great hero, and especially if you know, there's a lot of the Furion in the meta that we keep on praising about. It's a hell of a hero that needs to be countered somehow, but preemptively, we don't even know if they're gonna plan on getting a Nature's Prophet here, so I'm not sure if this was the correct way to go, just for now.
You take more damage from neutral creeps, though.
Oh, okay, yeah, the innate ability. That is something that we theorycraft could be quite good. And quite hard, maybe not hard necessarily, but unexpected to play against per se, if you've been used, especially as the Mighty Mines right now and the Radiant bottom side of the map will give you a bit less mana and health regen, which was of course a big component of farming in the jungle the last year.
You know, Dota is so, I mean, you already know this, Dota is so inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
So does enchant, so obviously the Lycan ability
Yes.
works against Roshan and the Tormentor.
10 seconds remaining.
Enchantress specifically says all neutral
5
camps.
seconds remaining.
He's not a
Because by
camp, is he?
right, yeah, but by right this should also work. Oh, no, why is it different? It should also work on Roshan and Tormentor. Like if this worked on Tormentor, it would actually be a super good innate ability. You know?
No,
like
that is a
imagine
good
just taking
point.
40% more damage against the Tormentor. You're like, holy crap, I'm just dead.
Well, that does make sense. I kind of like that. That's the thought process. Well, we'll have to wait and see. I guess still early days in
But
this
can
new
you
patch,
just
right?
imagine like they just explode? They're doing Tormentor.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, blown out of the water completely. Yeah, that would be
Wow,
cool.
Phoenix Earth Spirit.
Both
Damn,
of these heroes are very good. Despite the nerf that Phoenix have received, I feel like the hero is even better than he was yesterday. And the Phantom Assassin. Okay. Oh, I don't hate this. I don't hate this.
Really? I think it's giga bad against Phoenix though. Like you have no way to kill the egg as PA.
I feel like we're at this moment in time when Chile's just playing comfort picks.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, maybe. It's just PA. I've played her. She definitely can win games in Snowball.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, well, I guess Sven is gone, so that's good. PA enters a strong lane. So.
Yeah, she can do it, but it's a matter of how fast does she do it and how fast does she scale, right? I feel like that's been the story of Phantom Assassin since this changes to her just over a year ago now, right?
Yeah. Centaur now as well. So Earthspirit Darkseid obviously is a strong dual lane. And Phoenix plus... Well, any carry really
10
works
seconds
against
remaining.
Centaur Hoodwink.
5 seconds remaining.
I wouldn't mind to see Medusa here, Waxon.
Radiant team.
Medusa again? Into Phantom Assassin, isn't that a bit like
Alchemist.
one-dimensional, maybe?
Alchemist, though.
Tell me, don't you think Medusa would be a bit one-dimensional versus a PA? I mean, I know it's not going to happen this game, but I'm just saying.
I mean, it has good things, right? The Root is really good. Stone Gaze is really good. I just hope we get, like, Medusa should... I don't know, man. It's still a great carry, obviously. I feel like Medusa could really be a very strong mid hero. Like, you rush Ags, and you have, like, 3 disables.
5 seconds.
Sounds quite good to me, on paper. So, last pick Medusa, obviously, for Argentina.
Well, that's what Black's hoping for. Let's see if Argentina's going to be listening to his prayers right now,
Nope.
as there
Nope.
doesn't seem to be... It doesn't seem to be the case, no. But the Centaur Warrunner is a bit of a strange pick, but I think it's one of the heroes that does actually benefit a lot from the Bracer changes that we've seen added yesterday. I think Bracer right now no longer gives you damage, but gives you extra HP, and you know Centaur is already going for this build of just building 3 Bracers, so that's going to be quite cool for him.
Is that even a nerf? Like, -3 damage plus 50 health? I don't even feel like it's a nerf.
For the Centaur, definitely not. I think for a lot of other heroes, it is a nerf.
I mean, 3 damage, yeah, but 50 health is a lot of health. It's basically Black Grenade level of health.
Yeah,
And it's not just 50 health, right? You also get the strength anyway.
Exactly. So that's why I think strength heroes will benefit from this change, but universal heroes will definitely feel the, you know, because you would get like Hoodwinks, buy 2 or 3 Bracers and just deal a lot of damage with the Acorn Shot, or support Weavers going for Bracer builds. That's what I think it kind of deals with. Even the Wind Ranger would like to go for 2 Bracers before going for the Maelstrom to just have that extra bit of damage, and right now that's not going to be an option for them anymore.
10 seconds remaining.
I don't like it. I feel like they should have given something else, not health. Why not like slow resistance or something?
Yeah. Wouldn't that be too much though for an item that's only 500 gold?
Yeah, but slow resistance is like so like nobody really cares about it, you know? Like I feel like it's a stat in Dota that's just there for the sake of it, like a placeholder. I've never really felt slow resistance be mega impactful on any hero. I don't know. So there would be a good way of nerfing Bracer, I think. Just give it some trash stats. Or what else would be terrible on Bracer?
Extra taunt seconds.
Wait. I got something soon.
Queen of Pain! Hello, ladies! The Queen moves, and now this is not going to be a good... I mean, Queen is really good here versus... Definitely versus the supports of Chile, but I think even PA or Centaur are not having the best of time, especially not with the Pipe nerf, the Eternal Shroud that got nerfed just a little over 3 weeks ago. I mean, it's a great Queen of Pain game. Look at the combo wombo, bro. You got Vacuum, Concussion, Silence, Supernova, Scream of Pain, Sonic Wave. This is like some classic combo wombo Dota from Argentina, but they also have like the pickoff potential and of course the great farmers. So it's a very nice, well-rounded draft from them.
I like it too. They needed burst damage. Now they got it. It's a good team fight too with the egg to protect it. I don't like this draft at all against Phoenix. Like, Phoenix was second pick. I feel like they could have... You know, they need something to kill the egg. Because otherwise, every time he presses ult, they have to run away.
Yeah, they had plenty of time to pick the Snapfire, but they prioritized, of course, other things. And now they are going to have 15 seconds left on the clock to get their mid laner, most likely facing the Queen of Pain mid. What is it going to be? Let's see. Shadow Fiend still not banned yet, but do you want to pick SF into Queen of Pain? I'm not quite sure about that one. 1 second, and they are gonna go for the Luna.
That feels like... You know, it's one of these picks where you're like, oh yeah, I don't know what else to pick. Let's pick Lina. I don't actually think it's a great Lina game. There's too much stuff to run at her. Wait, it's a support Lina?
Huh?
He played support last game, right?
He did.
Was it a mid hoodwink? What?
Because I actually don't think it's a bad Lina game. I think Lina deals well with the egg. I think Lina is matching up nicely versus Queen of Pain in lane, and I think she is one of the heroes that can contribute a lot with bursting the magic damage of the Alchemist. But Lina's support, although I do like it in pubs, I don't think it's as viable here.
It's mid Hoodwink. Well, or maybe they switch lanes too. I don't know if they have that up their sleeve. I don't like Lina's support.
I don't think it makes sense here at all, actually.
I mean, Centaur Lina is pretty strong in terms of nuke damage.
It's a pretty good lane, yeah.
We'll see. Maybe the support Lina can do a lot of work, if it even is a support Lina.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I'm looking at this trio of heroes: Hoodwink, Dark, Mentus, Enchantress, and Siet is Lina. Paired up with the Centaur. I mean, this looks a lot like a 4 Protect 1. But the problem is your 1 is a Phantom Assassin. It's not a Spectre. It's not a PL. It's not one of those, like, ultra hard carries, an anti-mage. And yes, PA can take over a game, but can she take over a game versus the heroes that she's matched up against? I'm not quite sure about that one.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. At least he's level 30 on his PA. That's...
Yeah, but he's got 12 matches. 12 wins over the losses, Black. That's not that impressive of level 30, is it?
Well, but to be level 30, you have to play a lot of the hero. So he probably at least has a decent idea of what he wants to do with it. And he went for the methodical one. I also think that's the better one. Makes a lot of sense. What does bonus evasion mean?
She gets more evasion, like
starting evasion and then bonus evasion.
Yeah, so that her evasion increases basically.
So all of her evasion increases by 21.5%?
Yep.
No, I think it's just the updated evasion. Because per level is 1.5, then 21.5. Did you see Dota's just, like, why do they make everything so complicated?
I think it's just a way of, like, keeping the developers entertained, honestly.
Yeah, it must be something like that. We got another Centaur, or like another set with a flail. Little Morning Star there. Darkman 2 on the Enchantress.
This is not a swap, Black. No, it is a swap. They swapped? Did they swap? No, the Hoodwink is just under the Lina. This seems to actually be a support. The Hoodwink hasn't purchased anything yet, so we're not quite sure of the information. But 4 branches does give me the sign that this could be a mid Lina. But strange enough, went for the slow burn. I think slow burn is a really good spell to pick if you do run support Lina. But otherwise, I think that Laguna Blade Facet is much better. Just an overcharge of your spells. A Thermal Runaway feels a bit better as a mid Lina.
Should also match up better against Quap. We'll see what they end up doing.
Also, this is the first time Runway is playing this Earth Spirit all weekend long. All weekend? It's the middle of the week. All week long, so quite intriguing to see how he's going to pull that one off. As they keep on teasing us with pausing and unpausing.
Come on. Don't make us wait for so long. SOS Pro. If you never know, did he just mistype or did he actually mean that?
Pro Trampa. I don't know. It's a great question. Hopefully they can get over this little bit of a technical difficulty so we can get with their second game underway. Argentina right now having a bit of troubles, and when you're winning and riding the momentum, an extended tech pause, it's not gonna be good. But they seem to have plenty of experience to bounce back from that.
Yeah, I mean, if you play pubs, you're used to it anyway. 30 minutes of pause every game. I'm gonna be the guy and say it. A matchmaking game should not have a pause function. Literally. Like League of Legends, for example, you just can't pause. You know? Yeah, it's gonna be rough a couple of times. Let's say you have like an emergency, or not an emergency, but like a, I don't know, like a package is coming or whatever, you know? You gotta accept the package.
Pizza's coming.
Yeah. You're gonna have to let go of your hero for like 2-3 minutes, you know? That's life. But you have to realize every time you pause the game for 10 seconds, you're wasting 90 seconds of time of the other people waiting, you know?
Wow, 10 times 9, quick maths, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here.
Yeah. And do you want to be that guy, Waxen? Do you want to be the guy that wastes lifetime, you know? Because you know the saying, what goes around comes around.
Yes?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's some witch in the future that you meet and she like drains your life force. I have no clue.
The most precious thing in life is time. That's the morale of the story, guys.
Yeah, 100%. Now, I don't know who paused the game, but whoever did of these players, you know, that's a lot of time gone.
But what if it's not his fault? What if it's not his fault?
Whose fault is it then? Mine?
Imagine someone down the street has to stop the internet for a couple of hours to sort out someone's internet lag.
Yeah, it's great, right?
Yeah, I love that. Whose fault would that be then?
Well, not mine.
Exactly. So maybe it's the same with the player.
Or, what's more likely is they went to the bathroom. Which, by the way, in big tournaments is forbidden. You have bathroom break between games. You cannot pause the game for any toilet break.
What about if you have explosive, you know?
Well, then it's time to get cozy in the booth.
I see. Okay, wow.
See, Admin,
okay.
How much? See?
I see, okay.
He's getting impatient. He's getting cozy in the booth.
Or maybe he needs to also use the restroom. That's what he's asking.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think it's a good discussion actually to have here. Quite a healthy one, like to see how much time should be allowed for like you know, personal issues. We had the whole big conversation just a few months ago with Seb not being able to play because of the birth of his child. What are your thoughts on something like that?
I mean, obviously, you know, it's his right to not play because of certain reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But like stuff like that, you know, I would personally, if I was in charge, I would never make an exception unless something super urgent comes up. Like, you know, you're gonna have a childbirth in this time, like at some point, you know.
Do you? So, I mean, I don't know. I don't have a child.
No, I'm just saying, like, your wife is pregnant at some point, and you have like what 8-9 months until the baby comes, right?
Okay.
So you can plan that. So it's your choice as a team whether you want to play or not. But I, as a tournament organizer, can't bend rules for that to just like give you a one off, you know, because you already know what's gonna happen. But if, for example, you're about to play, but somebody gets like emergency hospitalized, that's completely different, you know. Then I would allow you to play with another player.
Well, hopefully that's not what happened here, as we're going to take a quick technical break. Hopefully the players will sort it all out, but we will be back in just a couple of minutes with hopefully all 10 players being alive, healthy and well to complete the second game. Stay tuned. And we have returned with this extravaganza of a matchup between Chile and Argentina. A lot of things are happening, Black, as neither of these two teams want to give up in this game. And of course, the heroes are just storming again through reselecting as we were re-queue into this game. Of course, we know what the heroes will be already. It's the Darkseers, the Hoodwink, the Ench, the PA, the Eater, the Air Spirit. We talked about all of them, Black. Right now, do you think this, I guess, substitution on the Chilean side, if I'm not wrong, can it make a difference on the positive or the negative side?
I mean, it always depends, right, who they got. Maybe they got Miracle in Disguise, In that case, it's probably very positive. But if they had to take a substitute who, for whatever reason, wasn't part of the main roster, don't know. Can always be a double-edged sword, right? Maybe he fits in a bit better, maybe not. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Draft-wise, though, since it's the same draft, I think Argentina is still heavily favored.
Yeah, I think so too. Although I'm very curious to see how this mid matchup between the Queen of Pain and Alina.
But we don't even know if it's Alina middle. It's the thing.
Oh yeah, it was the hoodwink
Yeah.
conversation. Yeah, I forgot about that. That was a bit funny.
Yeah. Well, obviously barbecue is gone. Now we got Koku. We'll see what. Dude, imagine you're a substitute player. You have to go mid, and then suddenly you play mid hoodwink. And you probably have no clue what to do with that hero.
What if it's Thompson? Like Thompson has dual citizenship. He's actually Chilean.
Yeah, maybe. But you know what I mean, right? Like hoodwink is not the typical mid hero. Like if it was like an Ember Spirit or something. All right, yeah, I got that. But hoodwink. And then imagine you're actually a mid player, and then you have to play +4 suddenly, and you're like, ugh. Yeah, the substitution seems a little rough, to say the least.
Well, who knows? They might be able to cook up something. I don't know. I do have my doubts, as you can probably tell by my face and my voice. But I'm not gonna say that they're out of it completely, right? I think there's always a chance, and hey, when the tides are looking dire, that's when that's when you can make a statement and a name for yourself, Black, right?
Potentially, yeah. Maybe he's the guy that takes him out of this dire situation into a winning position, carries the team twice, and then suddenly he's on the main roster for the next match against Brazil.
Oh.
Carries them again, and he's a big star of Chile.
It's the beginning of the comeback of Chile in this tournament, as we are now again a couple of moments away from getting into the second game. I'm very excited to see where these heroes will, well, first of all, go. And oh, Black, it's a mid Lina.
Does it mean that Stan is actually a +4 player? I don't know.
I would hope so. I would hope so.
Well, in that case, the substitution might make more sense because the mid player was dedicated to play the +4. Maybe that's why he just quit. He was like, I don't need this. Bye.
Makes plenty of sense to me.
Darkman.
Darkman 2, please.
Darkman 2, sorry.
That's like a lot of conduction from Valencia there. Sadly, you lost your observer word already. And it's going to be way harder for Chile to contest the bottom bounty rune.
Hasta luego! Wedge on the Phoenix. Let's see what he can do. I don't know. I think Phoenix is also just way too strong. Can't believe he didn't really get nerfed much. I got nerfed a little bit, but not all that much. How many bounty runes are gonna get? 2-2 split, probably. No, they get 3 actually.
Runway with the kick positioning on the high ground there, very good. Sadly, that means he will most likely give away his first blood as the rolling boulder, and it's gonna be Koku picking up the kill. First blood on the hoodwink.
Standing power right there. I mean, imagine you're standing, right? You just get first blood like that. That's how you really start showing off. Honestly, the bot lane shouldn't be too easy for the Alchemist. And we'll have to wait and see, really, how well the Centaur... Because like, he has 0 armor, right? Like, Acid Spray is really effective against Centaur.
Yeah, no, I think this is a good lane, actually, for them. Unless, like, Wedge gets caught by a hoof stomp into Bushwhack Acorn, I and then you harass Alchemist alone in lane. I think this is a good lane for the Alchemist, actually.
Yeah, it should be in theory. How's our Quap doing? The matchup is historically pretty hard for Quap, but I do think Shifu... Is Selena even a mid player? He's not, right? He played support game 1.
Clearly hasn't been this week. Has played support all games thus far.
I mean, even in the last game with their actual mid player, he also picked Alina. So...
Yeah, he was still the one running this hero.
Yeah, so what is the thought process there? Like, these kind of changes are very drastic, you know?
Well, we've seen that from Bulgaria successfully, right? When we saw Mind Control pick up the Rubik and win mid.
Yeah, but it's also mind control.
And this is Master Shifu Black. Come on, a bit of trust here.
Shifu's the same guy. It's 7.
Wait, oh, what? Huh? Oh,
Yeah.
Siete. Siete is the one playing it. Oh, you're correct.
Yeah.
Well, how is he doing thus far? 2 minutes in, how are his last...
Not very well. He's supposed to dominate the early levels, but...
He should do, man.
He has half the CS of the Quap. I mean, you can't even blame him. You know, it's tough. If you're not a mid laner, you play against a mid laner. But yeah, Quap should, in general, not really have much of a chance against Lina. We'll see how that develops later on.
On the bright side, the Phantom Assassin is completely destroying the Darkseer in the off lane.
Yeah, which is kind of to be expected, especially with the Enchantress support. Just such a strong and potent support hero still.
Like, what is the plan here? Like, what does she do? Does she steal the enchanted creep and just sends it somewhere else? Come on, Darkman 2. Show us what you're doing. Oh, down bottom. This is what I told you about. Should be a good lane for the Radiant unless Widge oversteps and gets caught by Hoof Stomp into Acorn Shot. And that's basically what just happened. Widge, you gotta play that at the very edge without allowing yourself to get caught. And the dying there is gonna allow Revenant to get a few more last hits there. That's gonna be quite good for the Centaur.
You gotta be careful. If you give Centaur too much of a good lane, he can actually really start pressuring the Alchemist. You know, like a couple of Ring of Protections potentially. But yeah, Alchemist is still free farming as well, so no problems there. I'm really curious as to how well PA is going to do in this game.
Black, do you prefer being a caster or an analyst?
You mean panel or casting games?
Yeah.
I think casting is much more fun and you learn many more things. Whereas analyzing is... I mean, they're both fun in their own way. Because when you analyze games, as we see the Darkseer fall top lane, very easy kill of course with the enchant. When you cast games, you always see like new things happening. You know, whereas if you're on a panel, it's a lot of guesswork on a panel, right? You're trying to predict drafts, you're trying to analyze drafts, and oftentimes it never really happens. Cause, you know,
there's a lot of theory crafting, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas casting is pretty much just fact checking, you know. So I like fact checking a bit more, but I think I'm personally, well, you gotta be realistic with your skills, of course. I think I'm a much better analyst than I am a caster.
I see.
Yeah, I would say that about actually most pro players, because we just have like a lot of in-depth knowledge of the game. Wow, actually the Quap went in quite deep onto the Lina. Wow.
Up top runway and Hermit, they're doing what they did last game, but this time it's not a Spirit Breaker, it's an Earth Spirit. Similar approach to the game, just pressuring the Phantom Assassin with the Iron Shell, doing so very successfully. As we were breaking down our potential career paths here, we saw another kill down bottom from the stand-in player of the Hoodwink onto the Phoenix. So far so good from Korku, who's been doing very good work, just stepping up last minute, representing his home country of Chile. This must be like a very proud moment for you. You know, having to step up and represent your nation in such a crucial game.
Yeah, and performing well while you're doing it. Definitely. Earth Spirit. Oh, no chance to roll out.
He's dead.
Gets taken out.
The Afterburner does just that. And despite that, what was a very strong link for the Queen of Pain, yeah, she still has a double, 2 creep waves ahead of the Lina, but the Lina didn't fall that far behind. And after that kill, Siete will be more than fine for the next couple of minutes, unless she gets rotated on from an Earth Spirit with Iron Shell on top of him.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if you're not a mid laner, there are certain mid heroes you can just pick and you'll never lose the lane. Zeus used to be one of them. Lina definitely the other. No, so anybody that is forced to play mid and doesn't really know how to do it, just pick Lina. Seriously, that hero, the base stats of Lina are just insane. Absolutely bonkers. How's our Alkebro doing? Almost level 6. He's doing very well for himself.
Minute 7 Wisdom Room, and they're going, and they're not maybe gonna get the Wisdom Room, but they're gonna get the kill onto Hermit, and that is equally important. Darkman 2 will be the one to die, I believe, to the right next to the Queen of Pain. Oh, that was almost a deny to the neutrals. Still, 1-for-1 Wisdom Runes.
No,
Wait,
they got both of them.
No. Ooh. Yes, you killed the Darks here, but I think that's still a slight victory for the Radiant.
Yeah, especially good because they got no trade for that. Oh, another pause. We're about to see a channel of the Alchemist stun, I believe. And then Centaur doesn't have boots. He has a chainmail though, so he should be fine.
He's not playing boots, right? It's a Centaur. He's never getting boots.
Yeah, what is actually the other facet?
Other than so the main one he's using is horsepower, right?
Yeah, I don't even know what the other one is.
It's called Counter-Strike, bro.
Double edge damage is increased when Centaur is attacked.
Counter-Strike. Come on. That is amazing. I think that would be a much better facet name for Sniper, but the fact that they managed to snuck Counter-Strike into Dota, that's quite cool.
But it's actually kind of sick. Like, double edge can deal a ton of damage with that.
Yes, it can.
Wait. So, 100% bonus damage, which means it deals 600 base damage and 300% strength damage. Dude, that's like a level, I don't know, level 5 Laguna Blade.
May I tell you a little bit of a fun fact about today, Black, the 1st of August?
Okay, yeah.
In
Other than my data reset. Yeah, go ahead.
In 2011, so 2011.
So 13 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, it's when Valve announced the first international.
Oh, wow. Were you there?
Where?
At the first international.
No, of course I wasn't.
Why not? It was a Gamescom, I think, right?
I would have been like 14, bro.
Yeah, it's a perfect gamer age. What?
Yeah, just imagine me telling my mom, yeah, Mom, let me leave high school. Let just go to Germany for this game that I don't even play. Yeah. Well, you were there the first year. That is the actual question, Black.
I didn't play, but I watched.
As in person or?
Yeah, in person.
I mean, of course, we're in Germany. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it was, well, not right around the corner. Germany is not particularly small.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah.
It's probably easier to get from wherever you were born in Cologne. Was it in Cologne?
Frankfurt.
Yeah, Frankfurt, okay. Wait, from wherever you're from to Frankfurt, then it is
Oh,
for,
no. I think TI was in... It was either Berlin or Cologne. One or two.
Yeah, that's
but
what I'm saying,
I
yeah,
come
yeah.
from Frankfurt, yeah.
Oh, fun fact, I visited Frankfurt for Christmas.
Last year?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. Did you eat some pork knuckle?
Yes, I have. I like Frankfurt, that was good city. I liked it.
Oh, yeah, the crop. What? They're gotta be careful with that. Kinda.
Guys, you can't do this. You're taking a lot of damage. And the right click is not going to do the job, as that's not an impetus shot from Darkman 2, but the Queen of Pain getting obliterated by this 3-man gang.
Man, you gotta be careful with these kind of... I don't know, the Quappet blink ready everything, just underestimated the damage. Oh, it's a big kill to get on her.
Money to burn.
Alchemist, though, rapidly approaching his Radiance timing already. He's having a great game.
I'm not too concerned about that. I actually think Chile really has the lineup to deal with it. As I say, that Witch is gonna kill Koku, who had a kill streak. Oh my god, this guy has been popping off on the stand-in Hoodwink.
Yeah, the death unfortunately is worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Alchemist almost relic though. Like, depending on what happens, he could really be going crazy this game in terms of net worth.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
What facet do you like on Alchemist better?
Oh, I like the potion one.
Yeah, me too. I feel like the gold, like 250
it's
gold. I mean, but on a hero that accelerates really fast, you can see why it's very strong, right? But I feel like you're always gonna get to your items, and then the cooldown reduction is insane.
I genuinely think both this facet and the dumb luck on the ogre are a bit of a bait. I think they feel nice for the start of the game, but they don't scale as well as the other two facets. Well, as the alternatives, I guess.
Yeah, it's more like a head start kind of option, I guess. Yeah, no, I also like the other one better. 100%. Oh, you were gonna ask a question too. What was what's up?
How often do you go back home? I know you went there like last year after the World Esports Championships, but like other than that.
Well, yeah, I went there for my brother's wedding, but before that I wasn't in Germany for how long? Almost a decade probably.
Oh wow, is that because of COVID and pro playing career? Is that?
Yeah, and I mean just in general, I don't have like too many things that draw me back there, you know. Yeah, but that was a nice excuse to go back to Germany, my brother's wedding.
Yeah, of course.
It's something that forces you to make time for it, you know.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, and right now Chile's gotta do something with this early lead that they had, and it's now slipping out of their hand, of course, because they're playing into a Darkseer who's killing stacks and an Alchemist who's a farming machine.
And PA is actually pretty poor. When I say that, Quap is also pretty poor.
When are we gonna get a poor man's shield back in the game, Black?
Well, we got Iron Talon back, so...
Exactly, so that's what I'm asking.
PMS would be... what would it have to do, though, to not be a useless item today?
Wait, what? The PMS, you mean?
Yeah. Because like, you basically have inbuilt Stout Shield already on melee heroes, right?
Yeah, Stout Shield doesn't exist anymore either, so that's quite hard.
Yeah. Because it's inbuilt into every melee hero.
I'll think about it. Quite interesting, by the way. I've seen a bit of a resurgence of the Blade Mail as we see Coco dying again. Runway completely committing to it with, well, everything he's got in his stash. Yeah, I feel like every game I've had today, even when I played, people just bought Blade Mail. Do you think, like, has there been any change to the Blade Mail, or is it just a cheaper alternative to the other resistance items that got nerfed?
I think it's really good on certain heroes, like Centaur is definitely one of them. Accelerates his farm a lot. And even on Quap, I think would be really good. Like, you literally just go tanky, blink into heroes, your facet plus Blade Mail, you just return so much damage. And now Quap is dead.
Oh, committing to it, nice chain stun, but she's gonna be dead. She doesn't have enough range in the Blink Dagger, and now the Blink itself, actually, not the Blink Dagger. And now they're trying to slice the wall. They're still running through it, but look at the Supernova being popped right here. It might be a bit optimistic, and now Runway, truly optimistic, diving the tier 2 tower, gets bushwhacked and Lifestruck Array. It's gonna be a double kill for number 7 in Chile.
Very cocky overplays here right now from Team Argentina. They'll have to settle down a little bit. Yeah, Alchemist is still farming very well. Oh, he might actually... Nah, I can't solo kill her.
You can't kill her, I don't think so. Yeah, TP out instantly from 100. It was having a great game. Even game 1, I think 100 played quite well, if you remember on the on the Ursa, remember? It was just kind of too hard for him to just 1v5 the rest of the opponents.
Yeah. Yeah, he finishes Battlefield now too, so time to start scaling. Alchemist has almost blinked though, so that's the time for him to get active. And hopefully get some kills with it, because his teammates all he needed. Dagon first and Quap.
Yeah, that's the build. You're going for that bonkers build of facet of masochism. And then you go Dagon. I've seen this happen quite a lot recently. I think it's not a good build, but the value is in the lifesteal that it provides.
Yeah, I get that, to offset the masochist, of course, but...
Hermit? Paparu's about to get killed by the double edge.
Oh, top lane though, gotta be careful.
There's no more Stampede. It was used on bottom, and they're getting on top of 100. There is no way for him to jump out. Yes, there is, as the TPs have come in the right time. Darkman 2 is right there, and now they want to get the kill onto the Phoenix. Supernova still in cooldown from the previous team fight. Valencia is here, and he wants to get something in exchange, but he gets bushwhacked from Koku. And now, Radiance or not, they have to disengage.
Yeah, Argentina is looking a little bit sloppy this game, to be honest.
I mean, it was a long break between game 1 and 2. We often talk about the importance of riding that and, you know, getting back into it as quick as possible.
Yeah, that could definitely be the problem. Because it's a far cry from game 1 and game 2. In terms of just stability, I guess. Or maybe just a Quap factor.
Could be. Siete, though, has put a great showing on this Lina for, you know, a support player.
Or maybe he was a mid player all along, and now that it matters the most, now he's bringing it out of the tank.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Invisibility.
Oh, our observer has the Period Flags voice announcer.
Alright, Centaur itemizing into a Shroud, very common.
Oh my god, the Invis rune, but no, Darkman actually gonna allow Witch to get out there for a split second. In the end, it's not gonna be enough, as he gets obliterated by 4. Siete doesn't have the Gleipnir just yet, just 200 gold away from having it completed, and then the Queen of Pain will find it way harder to get away from the Chilean mid laner.
Yeah, the Gleipnir pickup is going to be absolutely massive. Also makes her really tanky. We have yet to see anything really from the Quap.
Yeah, so far, not impressed at all with Shifu's performance on this hero, and like the other mid laners he's ran this week, this Queen of Pain has been rather quiet, and it's one of the reasons I hate this Dagon build as well. I feel like it slows down your progression and your scaling considerably. Unless you have the advantage and you can use it to get a couple of kills to accelerate, it's really bad. Also, that sentry ward blocking, the Dire Ancient Triangle, has been there for 5 minutes now, and they have yet to reword it on the Chile side.
Well, good news is that it's going to auto-deward itself soon. You don't have to worry about that anymore. Looking for a jump. He's decently tanky, so I gotta be a bit careful. Oh, Dina's coming in though. Yeah, you're gone.
My god. I guess it's just the Phoenix, right? It's not the cop.
Yeah. Alchemist picked up his... Oh, Iron Talon on the Alchemist. Interesting. Can you use that on Ancients?
Wait, they used what on the Ancients?
No, can you use Iron Talon on the Ancients now?
Yes.
So, 80% gone. Still, is that good? 20 attack speed, 4 armor? It doesn't feel that strong, right, for a tier 2?
I think it's a good item. I think right now Iron Talon is in a better place than it was last time it was in game.
Well, you didn't like it that everybody build Iron Talon?
I mean, I liked it, but I understand why it was not a good fit for the game.
Nah, you're probably right. Made jungling really fun and efficient though.
Argentina still feels quite strong, I guess, around this Alchemist, but they're not. The reality is that they're not strong at all. To a minute 20 and you're playing 2k behind when you have an Alchemist is not a good look, but they want to get this Orchid to use, and that's why we see them in this position now. They're mass TPing bottom. They maybe want to catch someone. See the concoction being popped, unstable or not, he's not going to find anyone, and Stampede actually even gets used to complete the separation, gliding onto Queen of Pain, so she can't get in. She uses a Sonic Wave 1, 2, 3 because that was a perfect vacuum. The wall maybe not so much, and now Siete, one stable concoction, perfect onto 2 targets, Supernova on top of them, and the damage is coming in gold with the Dagon as well. Can they get more than just the Lina? It seems that Revenant will be the next casualty on the offlaner. Has no more teammates, no more help, and the Atos keeps him in place for Balenci to finish the job.
Yeah, and Darkman 2 and then escaped, obviously because Enchantress is very tanky. But that 3-man Alchemist under the AoE on that thing is ridiculous with the talent. 375 AoE? Man. Alright, real talk. Level 20 Alchemist. What talent?
I think you're getting Chemical Rage.
Yeah, especially if you didn't take the other facet, but
yeah,
I think if you take the other facet, there's a point to be made to...
Yeah, I agree.
Like 800 damage on that thing is crazy. Now that's a lot of damage. Let's see, Iron Talon, that Ancient. Yeah, okay, almost instantly dead.
That is truly a lot of damage, but there's also a lot of damage onto this Roshan. Minute 21, Aegis will get claimed by Chile, and I think 100 wants to get it for his Phantom Assassin. It's not going to be the Lina. And now the smoke's coming in from Argentina, but I think it might just be a little bit too late, Black, as this Queen of Phantom Assassin doesn't only have the Aegis, but she also has a full BKB in 9 seconds available.
Yeah, and Alchemist doesn't have his yet, so this fight is a little bit dangerous. They can catch Lina though.
Lina doesn't have a BKB, they're getting on top of her. Can they blow her up just in time? Let's see, they're chain stunning him and she's dead. Now the turnaround isn't going to be there. They're going for the Phoenix, does not have the Supernova, but Kaku just dies on the Hoodwink, and now 3 versus 5. You gotta cut your losses. You don't want to lose the Aegis just like for nothing. And I think they should get out of there. Twin Gate out to safety. Phantom Assassin is out. Can't say the same thing about Revenant, who does not have Stampede for 70 seconds and does get right-clicked under his tier 1 tower.
And down he goes, it is a safety Aegis. BKB now down on Alchemist, Bloodthorn almost done too. As soon as Bloodthorn is done, he can solo kill the PA, no problem. I see the... okay, the Tormentor. The support ones aren't that good. Oh, they're in a fight actually.
My goodness, they're having this fight. I don't know what Hunter's doing. He's trying to run with the Supernova. This is not the play to go. The pushback from the Sonic Wave is going to be enough. They do manage to kill the egg. Hunter somehow still alive, but now no more Aegis, no more BKB. 8 seconds until Centaur is back, and they're trying to disengage. Argentina is more than happy with all of the small victories they got. It's fine. I don't think they can catch him, can they? Glide though does connect. It's gonna be at least the Air Spirit. Atos, Light Strike Array, Bushwhack, and Koku gets the kill on the Hoodwink.
That was really close. If we didn't kick him away there, I think Alchemist is dead. So, nice little sacrifice play there by the support. But yeah, you're gonna be super careful how you chase into these fights. Again, we needed the quad ult much earlier on top of the Phoenix egg. Because then you push away the PA, even through BKB, and then the egg should be safe. But a little bit of a mistiming there between the two of them.
Don't be mad. Very good. Your life, much like your head. Your life, much like your head.
The Hoodwinks Not doing too bad, of course. We know how great of a start Koku had with those 5 kills, now only up to 6, but 7 assists, turned more into an enabler of his team. And I'm looking a little bit of the itemization of some of their players. What do you think about Siete? He's going to get the BKB next, but what would you like him to get following that?
Do they need more damage is the question. Because you could just go on the full right click, right? Daedalus, Satanic, that route. Skadi against the Alchemist could be really good. Or does he want to go more into like a utility kind, where you can go like a Hex? I think both are very valid options. We have to see what they think they need. Honestly, this PA crit, doesn't it sound really insane? 575% crit damage. Like, that number doesn't sound right. I don't know.
So you don't think Ags could be an option?
I mean, it kind of looks like he's decided already against the Spellcaster. But the Axe would be really good if you play Spellcaster Lina, but he doesn't want to do that, I think.
Gotcha.
Wait, what? 5% magic resist per fire soul stack. Are you serious? That is so much. He's anti-mage now.
I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. This is good.
Dire's top tower is under
Why? See, that's what I mean. Like, anti-mage is not a hero anymore. Everybody does what he does, but better.
Dire are scanning.
Now even
Yeah, no, that's
Lina,
true.
a mage,
That's true.
is becoming an anti-mage. Oh man, as an AM spammer, I'm so disappointed.
Well, I just had a friend that read the patch notes today, and then he messaged me. Well, actually, we were in Discord, and he goes, "Wow, why with all the buffs on the anti-mage?"
He asked, where are the buffs?
He said he thinks he's way too buffed now.
What? How did they buff him
mean,
at all? There's no buff. Oh, I now have to read again. I'm pretty sure they nerfed him even.
I didn't say my friend is any good at Dota. I'm just saying he read the patch.
Here. First of all, Mantis got nerfed again, which is an AM nerf.
Yeah, of course.
Mana Break got nerfed. For some reason.
Radiant are scanning. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Don't forget to buy your friend a clown, clown hat.
Yeah, someone clip that, please. Production, can you clip that whole conversation between me and Black so I can send it to my friend? Thanks. That'd be
Thanks,
lovely.
Appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Tower is under attack.
Oh, Quap might be baiting.
Nice.
Quap is baiting.
They're smoking up. There's a wraparound coming around them. Let's see. Who is gonna come on top of this upcoming skirmish? They're swapping places around the map, Black.
Yeah, it's quite scary. Like, this positioning could be really good. Or they're just taking the Tormentor away. I don't know, Dire is kind of just... interesting positioning.
Yeah, interesting is a good way of putting it, but both teams have swapped places. At least the Radiant side, of course, got a little bit of an objective, and then
Dire's structures are fortified.
of them, they had a high ground to Clifford.
They did, yeah. Who's keeping top? The Alchemist. Just wants to finish.
He's not gonna find 100. 100 on the Phantom Assassin is very, very elusive.
Yeah, what do we got on the Elk? To vindicate his axe.
Shifu on this Queen of Pain has also like managed to keep up to actually get back in the game, and now up farming finally the offlaners despite what was he? Abysmal mid game for him.
Yeah, let's call it pretty bad.
Yeah, pretty bad. Abysmal. My God.
So Sonic Wave cooldown or Sonic or Scream of Pain damage?
I reckon you'd go for Scream of Pain damage, probably.
I like both.
Although the cooldown is quite good as well, right?
35 seconds is kind of low.
Yeah, it's good. I actually agree with that one. I thought, oh, they're smoking up again. But the tier 2 has fallen. Can they get on top of who do they want to kill first? It's going to be Runway, just dying. Valenci blinks onto 3 heroes. Stampede still available if they want to run away or disengage. Runaway, disengage means the same thing, I know.
Good. They do have the Bloodthorn available now, so Alchemist is a killing machine. In theory. Do we have anything else in the other heroes? Not really. Pop is close to BKB, has it now. It's going to be a very important pickup.
I really want to see this Phantom Assassin kind of let loose for a second and just go for a couple of like bonkers right clicks in a team fight, as she has that bottled amplified damage as well and a Nemesis Curse Black. So I suspect she can melt everybody in a matter of seconds, or anybody if not everybody.
Yeah, but at the same time, if Alchemist gets on top of her first, same thing can happen, right, with the Bloodthorn. So it would really just be a purely situational battle.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Situational?
attack.
Positional battle. I see what we got here.
Radiant are scanning.
Roshan may respawn soon. I say 90 seconds. It's 3 minutes lost. Another smoke, but they're not gonna find anything again, or are they?
They might just catch the tail end of this Enchantress rotating here. Or maybe not.
Yeah, I'm a little bit scared for the Radiant. Like, the PA is gonna scale insanely well. She would now be critting for 2,400 damage, by the way.
Oh my god, and they're smoking up themselves, they're scanning, they're heading for the Argentinian side, and everybody's wrapping up around each other, everybody's in the smoke, some smokes are being broken, Alchemist and Darkseer out, who has the vision advantage? There's a sentry on top of the stairs. The amplified damage will run out in just a moment. Roshan, very long respawn timer with 2 minutes.
They're literally just on top of each other, man. Who's gonna
It's like
flinch
the
first?
fourth time. It's the 4th time this is happening.
Who's gonna flinch first?
Oh, Hoodwink's out of smoke.
Oh,
They spot him in lane. They're jumping for him. They're rolling in. They're going to connect to him. And Bish Bash Bosh is out of there. But the Gleipnir tries to get a turnaround. No more amplified damage. They want to take this fight 4 versus 500 coming in hot. And he's going to get the kill. Instant buyback from the Earth Spear. Now it's PA versus Alchemist. The wall is there. Under out as the Sonic Wave completely misses. He does. It's going to be a bit of a lag. It has no more BKB and no more HP for her involved with, as she gets full water by this photography game that we're covering right now. Lina vacuum back to her death at Hermit and tips all around for Siete and Lina on the gas pedal, and they are looking very good.
Yeah, it was a huge blunder by the Lina. She wanted to press Gleipnir but pressed BKB, so the entire BKB duration she didn't, nobody attacked her at all. And then obviously she had to fight without a BKB, her most important defensive tool. Fight probably goes quite a bit differently if it looks, like if that doesn't happen. But then again, the Sonic Wave also completely whiffed.
Some towers under attack.
Roshan up in 30. This Alchemist right now seems pretty unstoppable.
You're not tanky or sustainable enough here, Black. That's the problem I've noticed. And when you have a PA Lina as your main damage dealer, the central needs to be frontliner. Okay, nice. Bushwhack's gonna come in long range, and the Sharps are gonna get the kill. But the Queen of Pain jumps in, wants to maybe get something in exchange, but doesn't have sufficient mana. She doesn't have anything. She's gonna blink out, but that could have been really scary.
Yeah, not sure why she just blinked in like that there. But that gem is a big loss. Very big loss. Now that no Roshan is up for sure. AC is flying out. Which of course makes it so hard for PA to kill much of anything.
Okay. Gotcha flying in. Who's finding who, the vacuum pulling them back, and okay, the Alchemist is actually going to get stunned. The Bushra connected, does a perfect life track array as the BKB runs out. The Phantom Assassin is here, and she's got enough damage, but does she have enough HP to survive? She's trying to kill her, but she has to get out there. But the damage coming in, overtime from Runway is going to get a kill there. Siete is going to get the Phoenix Egg, but he loses his HP. Revenant tries to get the kill onto the Hooding. It's a 3 versus 3. Who's coming on top of this one? It seems to be a pretty even wash as everybody's dying. But the Queen of Pain, the Centaur, and somehow this Hoodwink.
Dude, the Hoodwink just finished a Daedalus. It just went claimed near Daedalus.
He's just standing, bro.
He's just popping off, dude. Like, what is his item for a Hoodwink? Oh, that's insane, man. I can't believe he just went for Daedalus. They gotta focus his Hoodwink.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking about sustainability, right? And the fact that Phantom Assassin and Lina die, they still have to be your #1 priority. But if they're your #1 priority, this Hoodwink is, well, it's not relatively farm. He's very farm. So popping like 3, 4, 5 acorn shots in a team fight, and the damage starts bouncing real hard.
Yeah, especially with his Daedalus now that he picked up. Roshan is also up and is gonna be migrating top in 20 seconds. But of course, everybody's gonna be setting up there.
Despite playing with the backs towards the wall, I think Chile is managing this this game too very, very, very nicely. Especially as they had just lost a big team fight, managing to keep composure and, you know, fighting. I gotta say, Black, this is probably the most entertaining map we've had so far this qualifier.
Probably. Looking at times and... Yeah, no, you're right. Oh, Roshan is fast. Jesus.
And they're coming for the contest. It's a contest, it's a contest. But who's coming on top of it? Let's see. Observer words on both sides, which means we know they're there. But fragment 2 and 3 players are there. But what a hoofstomp trying to turn around. Gladiator is only on an illusion. Siete is committing so much, it's only nothing. As Shifu turns around with a Sonic Wave, pushes the Lina back, the BKB runs out, and now the Supernova, Sunray, the Lina is dead. Light Strike Array onto 3, but that's just to help Chile get out of there. And Valencia, look at the attack speed, the Phantom Assassin just melts. And it's gonna be a 3 for none.
Wait, no BKB popped on PA. What happened? They don't have instant stuns?
I think she just got bursted to below half HP, and she thought she's gonna die anyway, which, honestly, that was probably a fair assessment.
Nobody has buybacks here. They have no glyph either. There's at least one side, but it's only one side, and then probably Roshan after.
Yeah. Gonna be top racks plus the Roshan, and of course reminding to everybody at home, this is gonna be the second Roshan of the game, which means of course it's gonna give them the banner as well as the Aegis of Immortality.
You like the old or new banner better?
I think the new one's better, yeah. Significantly more useful.
Yeah. Especially in high grounding. Now I see that Alchemist attack speed.
I don't know, bro. I don't want to see it. I saw how fast he was right-clicking. The numbers don't mean anything to me anymore.
And you see this? Bam, 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 bam.
I feel like he attacks faster than a maxed-out Fervor Battle Trance Troll.
I'm not sure, but his BAT is definitely lower.
Oh, the Scandalina bottom, by the way. No, it was a dire scan. Never mind. Well, right now you're playing catch-up. And now it's not catch up. That might be the sauce that Argentina is about to turn Chile into with its ages. They're playing catch up and trying to split the map, push the waves, and try to force as much wasting time of the Roshan. But can they give it away? Assassin, just the BKB. She wants to claim the Aegis first. Valence is getting melted by the coup de grace strikes, and now the Centaur jumping in, and they're gonna get the Aegis now. Sonic Wave coming in onto 2 targets. Phantom Assassin needs to get out of there, but she's turning around. She wants to get the kill, but you don't have the capability to do that. And now the Vac Wall onto 2. Hoodwink also dies. That is one of the big damage dealers, and the unstable concoction onto high ground. Darkman to send back to Fountain, and it's the Lina and the Centaur 2 versus 5. Can they hold? They get halberded, they get stunned, and now Siete tries to get some damage onto the Phoenix Nova. Yes. But at what cost, Black?
The cost of the game, and congratulations to Argentina. First American qualifier winners. Can Centaur do a magic thing? Nah, they're calling GG. Game is over. Well fought. Did you see the PA? Almost killed that. It was like 2 seconds.
Oh, wow. I don't think I read such a message in the chat at the end of the game of Dota 2 before, Black.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I should say anything, but
yeah, maybe a moment of silence is the best thing we can do.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations for Argentina. It was been a great campaign for them. 2-1 victory versus Brazil, 2-0 versus Chile, and they have now secured the Pool B sole slot, qualifying to the World Esports Championships in Riyadh. And it's been a great moment for them, of course, especially if Hermit's message is truly, well, what happened. It's quite nice for him to have something to be proud of course, as he's represented his not just loved ones, but also his entire country. As I talked to you about this yesterday, Black, Argentina's journey has been very interesting. Last year, they fell short in second place, didn't qualify because of Peru, but then had the opportunity to step up. They showed up with very little preparations in Yash, and they got washed in the group stage. But now, this year, it's their moment. They showed up to play. They go basically undefeated, and they qualify, and they will have around 2.5 months to get ready to put a hell of a performance on LAN. And I gotta say, with or without Mariano, they've looked very crisp at points.
Yeah, definitely look good. Lots of work still to be done. Lots of chinks in their armor for sure. But obviously the opposition was no match for them. So again, congratulations to them. As you said, lots of time to prepare. Will it be enough this time? Obviously everybody else is also going to prepare a ton. You know, you're really going to take this seriously if you want to make it far, because the opposition is going to be very strong, especially from Europe and Asia. So yeah, 150% into preparation, and maybe you'll be able to do some damage in Riyadh in November.
Yeah, of course. As they have, of course, the first slot, I assume they will hopefully have the luck of the draw and avoid the #1 seeds from Europe and China, respectively. But there's still a lot of time to assess what will happen there as we take a look at the scoreboard and the damage that was dealt this game. And Alchemist, man. Of course, the highest gold. Oh, wow, he's still farming, Black. Look, his total damage is increasing even now.
What a hacker.
Do you think that's because the stat board is connected to the game one and Radiance was still turned on?
Maybe, potentially, yeah. That could be it.
That's kind of cool. It's a fun interaction. I don't think I've seen that before. At the same time, it was a great showing for Siete on the lane, I have to say. As a support, stepping up and standing in as a mid laner, I think he did much better than we were expecting him to. And at the same time, Koku for Chile coming in, not expected to play today, definitely not expected to be representing his home nation. I think he was the cornerstone of this Chilean squad. 5-0 to kick off the game, incredible from him. And yes, Chile, no more chances to make it to Riyadh this year, but they still have one more game tomorrow versus Brazil. And it's been so many times over the last few months when we talked about the importance of getting even one victory in your campaign to make everybody home proud.
Yeah, it's always a little bit bittersweet though. Like even if you win that match, ultimately it doesn't really, get you anywhere anymore this year. Yeah, it's always a bit deflating having to play another match after the guaranteed outcome already.
Yeah.
But yeah, that also means both of them don't really have any pressure, which should result in a pretty relaxed match. I personally always felt, at least, that if the match doesn't, hold that much value, that I don't know, you just feel free. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course.
Because like there's no nothing. Like you can win, you can lose. There's no stress. There's no pressure. You just play your best, and oftentimes that's when you really play your best. Because it's just nothing. And you feel as light as a feather, my friend Waxon.
Well, as light as a feather that will travel all the way from South America to Riyadh in November, as Argentina has done it, and we will be going on a short break. But when we're back, we're switching gears. We're going to the Pool A of the Americas regions to see who will come on top of the group stages and make it for tomorrow's qualifying games. See you in just a moment.